Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi. Terima kasih kepada semua yang hadir pada hari ini. Untuk hari ini kita akan bengkel ini adalah berkenaan dengan penggunaan MOC. Tanpa melengah masa, saya menjemput Prof. Dr. Fauziah, pengarah HTIC untuk memberikan ucapan. Dengan segala hormatnya dipersilakan. Terima kasih.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih kepada Cik Nabawi. Terima kasih kepada semua yang hadir pada pagi ini. Ada di kalangan dekan pun ada, alhamdulillah. Dan saya kira lebih kurang 70 wow, I punya background. Lebih kurang 70 peserta ada dekat dalam ni, dan saya juga difahamkan ada pensyarah daripada pensyarah antarabangsa lah. Jadi maka saya akan menggunakan bahasa Inggeris. Izinkan saya menggunakan bahasa Inggeris lah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to this session. This is our MOOC workshop on how to use MOOC. It's not how to develop MOOC, but how to use them now that you have developed. So Bawi, can you help me share the
Slide.
The slide now.
Baik.
Right. Okay, so yeah. So this is the workshop on Moc usage. The reason why we decided to do this particular workshop is because we realized that we have done a lot of courses that we have developed via Moc. Unfortunately, not all courses, not all schools use them accordingly. So it looks as if it's a waste of effort done. I'm not sure whether it's because whatever reason. So that's the reason why we're having this particular workshop. We want to unpack what are the issues that you have, or if you don't know, Bawi, somebody is asking you to record. Is this recorded?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's recorded, Dr. Awanis. Right. So you, once you know already that these courses are there, you just need to use them. So some of you probably don't know how to use, or don't know that it exists, that this course is actually done via MOOC. So this session is the session that we will show you what are the courses that we have done under UUM MOOC. Bawi, next slide, please. So this is the MOOC courses in total. At the moment, we have 26 MOOCs that we have developed, and we've arranged this by school. So from the School of Economics, Finance and Banking, any one of you here? Anyone from the School of Economics, Finance and Banking?
Yes, Prof. Fauziah. I'm here.
Okay, it's the Dean who's here. Well done, Dean. Well done. Right, so you've got, on this screen, 3. You've got Foundations of Banking, Principles of Economics, and Commercial Bank Operations. So, and the reason why you have thousands of students for Principles of Economics is those are the total cumulative number of students who have registered for this particular course. So, well done, but our statistics also shows that not all registered use MOOC. So this is why we need the lecturers to be aware that by school they have all these courses, so that they can begin to ensure that all their students will use it. Why? These courses, once they have been developed via MOOC, the lecturers teaching these particular courses do not have to worry about blended learning. We, with an assumption, with the requirement that all students who have registered for the course must also be registered in MOOC. If not, the blended learning still stands. You know, the blended learning that we have to make sure that you fulfill your blended learning component, because by default it should not, you don't have to bother, because when you develop the MOOC, you would have more than 1732, the components of being blended. That's the reason why we've already waived these courses that lecturers who teach these courses, they don't have to bother about being blended or not blended, because in our recording it will be considered as blended. However, if the students who registered, for example, you've got 100 students but only 20 use MOOC, so that particular course will now be downgraded lah from automatic blended to now we will look at it as the normal blended processes. So what a waste if you've already got a course which was designed for activities, designed for the resources, designed for assessment to be done. So you should just use it. So these are the 3 courses under the School of Economics and Finance and Banking. From the School of Education, we've got 2 postgraduate courses and 1 undergraduate, if I'm not mistaken. Anyone from the School of Education? Hello? Anybody from the School of Education?
I am.
You're not counted. Anybody else other than people involved with UTLC from the School of Education in here? Apa ni? Ya, bagi malu kawan. Okay, it looks like, so I'm not going to talk about the School of Education yet until I have somebody from the School of Education. Bawi, can you check whether the School of Education punya people are in here or not? Next slide. Right, this is from the School of Languages, Civilization and Philosophy. Anybody from SLCP?
Assalamualaikum. Ada, Prof.
Well done, well done. Right, from the School of Languages, Civilization and Philosophy, we've got 3 courses that UUM were given the task to do. One is Asas Keusahawanan, the other one is Kenegaraan, and the other one is Pengantar Penulisan. So, and as you can see, as you can see, for Asas Keusahawanan, it looks like the lecturer is using the MOOC well, but again, what we have seen is it depends on who's teaching the course. So lecturers who actually design the course probably use it. Lecturers who don't design the course might not want to use it. So what we're trying to say here, especially well done to the deans of the schools who are with us today, the minute you have declared your course to be designed, to be developed via MOOC, please use it. Okay, because if not, it's going to be a waste. And what we do is we have to provide this data of usage of MOOC that we have created to Ministry of Higher Education under MEPTA. So every now and then we will have to send our usage lah, the data usage. So ideally, it would be great if the number of students registered for the course are actually the number of students who are using the MOOC as well. Right, so that's the 3 courses. Next, the School of Computing. We've got IT Entrepreneurship and Introduction to Object-Oriented Programming. And you notice if you don't have students, that means it has never been used. And if you've got some students, that means sometimes they use, but not all the time. So these are 2 courses that's under School of Computing. Do you have anybody from School of Computing?
Yeah, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. Brilliant. Thank you very much for being here. Next. School of Multimedia Technology and Communication. So far, just 1, which is Leadership Communication. Anyone from the School of Multimedia?
Yes, Prof.
Brilliant. Right. So you've got 1 course, and I hope you have many more that's ready for you to actually use, via MOOC. Okay, next. IBS. Anybody from IBS?
Yes, Prof.
Ya ada, Prof.
Thank you. Well done. Right. Islamic Business Schools in 2016-2017, we have a special project under the ministry. They gave us allocation to do courses under Islamic Business School, under Islamic Islamic related courses, because that's our niche. Basically, that's Malaysian niche, right? So we're lucky that we have Islamic banking management and Islamic bank operation. So we need to make sure that our students are really using this. And once our policy and all that is up and running, we also want to encourage other students from other universities to take this particular course. So it's good lah, if students use this course so that you can get feedback in order how to improve the course and all that. Yeah. Next. School of Government. Anybody from the School of Government?
Ada, Prof.
Debak. You've got two courses, Social Impact Assessment and Sociology of Development. Now, I understand. Sometimes you say, leceh lah nak guna Mooc ni. Kita suka je cakap. Yeah. But in the 21st century, it's best that you don't cakap. You can give your lecture, but in these courses, there will be a task designed for the students to do. So have a look at what it is already being there. You can top up naturally. You can improve. You can let us know how you can improve this particular course. If you think that there's some things that needs to be tweaked and so on and so forth. But basically, use it. And if you do not know how to use it because it's too technical, that's where UTLC comes in. We can help you with whatever problems that you have, but we want to make sure that you actually use it. So this session is about that. If we have anybody who's not sure, who's afraid of using technology and all that, after this session, there will be a sharing session by Associate Professor Dr. Sarima, and then followed by a technical briefing by Encik Nabawi and as well as Encik Ain. Any more, Bawi? School of International Studies. Anybody from Southeast?
Yes, Prof.
Okay.
Yeah, Prof.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Right. So you've got two. You've got export management and international business. That is already ready for Mooc. Next. School of Creative. Panjang ni nama school ni. School of Creative Industry Management and Performing Arts. Skimpa. Anybody from Skimpa?
Yes, Prof.
Terribly brilliant. So you've got marketing and creative industries for you to do. At the moment, 83 students je. Memang student ni sikit je ke untuk nak ambil kursus ni?
Kami memang sikit. We don't have a lot of students yet.
Okay, that's fine. Then you're fine. As long as the number of students that's supposed to take the course are actually are in the Mooc, then you are well and good. Well done, you. If you manage to put
Everybody's there.
Brilliant. That's terribly brilliant. Next. School of Business Management. Anybody from there?
Yes.
Yes.
Well done. Well done. So you've got one, Principles of Management. So you can actually use lots and lots of activities and whatever that's there in this particular Mooc for your perusal. At the moment, kalau tak ada bilangan pelajar tu maksudnya tak pernah offer ke Bawi?
Pernah offer dah rasanya ni, cuma
Belum lagi, Prof.
Oh, belum lagi. Okay.
Yeah, gonna start this semester.
Okay,
Okay.
cantik. So make sure this semester kena ramai-ramai, okay? Semua. Okay, next. School of Law. Anybody from the School of Law?
Ya, saya.
Ada, Prof.
Nasib baik dekan tak cakap kan tadi, rasa macam nampak dekan tadi.
Ada.
Nampak tak? Thank you, Dean, and the lecturers involved to be here. Well done, you. School of Law. You've got legal skills and research methodology, and I hope there are many more courses that's coming from your school that can be done via Mooc. So this is the course that's ready for you to use. So please use. Next, Bawi. School of Technology, Management and Logistics, STML. Anybody from STML?
Yes, saya.
Okay, Dr. Zain. Dr. Zain, make sure you use this. This is information and communication technology. So you look at the course. If you're teaching this particular course, look at what they have done. Use it, If you want to improve on it, let us know how we can improve. But basically, all these courses that I'm showing you have gone through the quality assurance panel. So they have looked at all the necessary components that needs to be there. So they are ready in terms of course learning outcome and all that.
Thanks a lot, Prof. Sure, inshallah.
Well done. Thank you. Right. Osman Yop Abdullah Graduate School of Business. Anybody from there?
Yes, Prof.
Okay, good. This one course, which is called Qualitative Research Methodology, thus far, I don't think it has been offered, and I'm not sure.
I think we don't have this course anymore. We combine as business research methodology, Prof.
So are you telling me that you don't want this course anymore?
No, we can have it, but I mean, it will be by next semester because we're going to have a curriculum review. It might be because this is part, we separate qualitative and quantitative.
For the curriculum review?
Yeah.
So have a look at the course, because especially when you do curriculum review, you might change your CLO and all that. So look at the CLO so that dia tak lari sangat lah. Kalau lari, habis semua nak kena ubah kan?
Yeah,
so
because this is part of business research methodology. So you're taking half of it.
Okay, fine. So as long as it's related, please use it. Okay, so it's already done basically. Next, School of Quantitative Sciences. Anybody from the School of Quantitative Sciences?
Tak ada.
Tak ada. SQS. Anyone from SQS? Hello. SQS. SQS pun sama macam SOE ni. School of Quantitative Sciences. Calling. Once. Twice. Next, Bawi. Tunku Putri Intan Shafina School of Accountancy. TISA. Anybody from TISA?
Yes, Prof.
Brilliant. So you've got one which is called Accounting System Analysis and Design. Waalaikumsalam.
Prof, SQS ada, saya ada.
Patah balik, Bawi. Okay, School of Quantitative Sciences, you've got Applied Statistics.
Yeah.
You can use for your students. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Next. TISA yang tadi itulah ada cakap dah kan. Right, and these are all the people who did these are all the pembangun lah, the developers of the courses that I have shown you, and the days, the years that they have started and the years that they have completed. Okay. School of Education ada tak? Tanya lagi sekali, ikut pergi tidur ke apa? School of Education? No? Bawi, dia pemai tak?
Patutnya ada.
No, I tak kenal siapa pun. Saya dapat tak ada. Next. Right, this is the Moc usage data. It's going to be a bit complicated, but basically this is what I mean lah. This is by A201, 202, 203. This is the number of students registered. Okay. Contoh, Bawi, pasal apa 3,243 ni pula? Yang ni cumulative
Kumulatif.
Okay, sepatutnya tak usah pakai cumulative lah. Kalau cumulative susah lah kita nak tunjuk. Macam hari tu yang kita tak pakai cumulative tu, bila dia tak cumulative, ni data cumulative, so you cannot see. Bila dia bukan data cumulative, we see like katalah contohnya dalam A201 ni ada 100 orang, 60 orang je yang registered. Yang lagi 40 orang tu tak registered dekat dalam Moc ni. So I think what the lecturers need to do, because all of you who are here, apart from the deans, are actually the lecturers who are going to be teaching the courses that you are going to be offered the coming semester. Am I right? Thumbs up if you're right.
Betul, Prof.
Betul. Okay, good. So so all you need to do is to make sure afterwards when Cik Bawi show you how to register if you have not used the Moc, he will show you how to register and how to send to your students, how to embed that in your UUM online, the video to use and register the open learning. Oh, okay, Ayin has already showed us. Ayin, is this link is the link yang video tu kah?
Not yet, Prof. This one link for kita punya UUM Mooc punya website.
Okay.
For
So
those yang tak pernah tengok lagi lah.
okay, so if you want to know how the UUM MOOC in open learning, because we're using open learning platform, our UMIT cannot do it. So that's why we have to use open learning. So we're paying. The reason why I'm saying that you have to use, because UTLC pays for this open learning. It's not cheap lah. So if we don't use, it's a waste of money lah. It's a waste of money and a waste of effort by people who have actually developed, your colleagues who have actually developed your course via MOOC, and us paying to the open learning to use the platform.
Prof.
Yes.
Prof, saya nak tanya sikit. Can we, the instructors and lecturers just gunakan benda ni, get into this course? Boleh ke?
Boleh.
Boleh.
Pasal
So
tu
not necessarily students lah kan?
Tak faham kalau students.
I mean to get into the class, to masuk kelas.
Ya, kalau you tak masuk, macam mana student you nak guna?
No, I mean we attend others class. Can?
That means you want to, maksudnya you want to see how other people buat.
Yeah.
Go to this open learning link. Okay. Then you join, you register and you join.
And that one also will be calculated lah kan?
Dia will be
calculated.
Dia will be calculated, but calculated as others. Sebab cara kami akan hantar kepada KPT will be UUM students and other.
Alright.
So kalau UUM students dia consider sebagai berapa orang yang registered. Lepas tu maksudnya berapa orang yang registered, katalah 100 people registered, so 100 people already there, and then we've got all us 87 people going into respective courses, because we just want to see how other people design their punya MOOC and all that. So we probably have 100 plus 40, so the 40 becomes others.
Okay, alright.
And so what we are more concerned is about whether you're using lah, students you yang design, students you guna tak, kan, orang lain guna tu tak apa. And then when the others reach a total of more, macam beribu-ribu, that's when you need to make sure macam bagus lah. That's marketing. That's a marketing way. That's how you market your program. That people like your program, and then if you the deans and the upper management agree, we can actually do the transfer credit lah. If they want to do the transfer credit, they will have to pay the university. So then you will they will get the certification lah. They have to do the assignment and all that. Sebab tu assignment preferably don't put it under open learning. The assignment to be sent from your students, you use UUM online. It's okay. But the questions and the tasks would probably already be there in the UUM in the MOOC. But submission of your assignment, you can actually, for our UUM students, we can use it under UUM online. So for those who are teaching for those who are teaching MOOC based course, you have both platforms. UUM online pun ada, UUM MOOC pun ada. It's just that if you have all your students registered under MOOC, then you're automatically considered as blended. So you don't have to put all the information dekat dalam UUM online for you to get your blended punya status lah. It's because the course, your MOOC is already designed for blended learning. Is that clear? Ke ada yang tak faham maksud saya? Clear tak?
Clear, Prof. Clear.
Yeah.
Bawi, ada apa-apa lagi tak? Habis dah. So any questions before the sharing session?
Assalamualaikum Prof.
Waalaikumsalam
Okay,
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, saya Dr. Tini daripada SOIS.
Okay.
Okay, untuk subjek international business lah.
Okay.
Okay, katakan kita dari semasa ke semasa memang ada buat curriculum review.
Okay.
Dan ada jugalah maksudnya sedikit atau sedikit sebanyak perubahan telah dibuat lah terhadap tajuk. Dan juga kita ada update lah tentang CLU, LU dan semuanya lah. Jadi bila kami dah start buat MOOC ni daripada 2015 yang seperti yang Prof tunjuk lah. Jadi memang terdapat ada perubahan lah. Jadi kami nak buat macam mana untuk update lah, sebab curriculum review ni saya rasa mungkin tahun ni ke tahun depan ada lagi curriculum review kan. Jadi kami nak buat macam mana bagi konten ni tally dengan yang terbaru. Okay,
soalan saya sebelum nak jawab. Curriculum review ni dah lulus sampai Senate ke? Ke baru curriculum review dekat pusat pengajian? Senate dah lulus belum?
Memang dah lulus lah. Dah lulus.
Okay,
tapi
kalau
kami tak boleh nak usik apa lagi lah. Kami masih menggunakan konten yang lama lah.
Macam mana? Tak faham.
Dah lama lulus lah, dekat 2 tahun. Maksudnya 2 tahun, beberapa tahun dah lah lulus. Tapi kami still guna yang lama lah. Kami tak usik lah sebab katanya banyak prosedur lah. Jadi saya nak tanya Prof. Nanti ke depan saya rasa ada lagi curriculum review yang terbaru lagi lah. Jadi kami nak tahu macam mana prosedurnya nanti. Kalau
ada curriculum review, then you can come back to UTLC. You have a group of people to come back for the course. Babi patah balik sat dekat SOIS. Yang ni. Yang mana? Which one? Both.
Actually both lah.
Okay.
Ya, export management lah. Saya tak tahu lah export ada usik ke tak usik, tapi saya yang buat syllabus IB ni memang ada juga tajuk yang dah tak ada, yang kami merge. Jadi ada perubahan lah sikit.
Okay, so the question now is, kena pastikan the curriculum review you all tak boleh dia macam ni ya, jangan jadi apa yang berlaku dalam OB system lah. Jangan masukkan benda-benda baru selagi tidak mendapat kelulusan daripada Senate ataupun KPT. Yang manalah, sebab kalau lebih daripada 30% you kena hantar dekat KPT kan. You must have the endorsement that the curriculum review is already accepted. Then what you can do is to have a group of people to come and work on the improvement of this particular syllabus lah. Boleh? Kita boleh buat perubahan lah kepada curriculum review kepada kursus yang telah disiapkan lah.
Sebab yalah, yang lama tu pun sayang jugalah dengan banyak video-video yang telah dilakonkan kan. Banyak bab-bab dia benar banyak kan. Jadi saya pun dah
lari sangat ke?
Ha?
Lari sangat ke?
Tajuk je lah, tajuk dia ada yang dimasukkan, di-merge-kan macam tu lah. Tapi saya rasa video yang lama tu masih boleh guna lah sebagai dokumen lah.
That's right.
Nak adjust bagi nampak tally dengan syllabus lah, bagi nampak lebih organized.
Right. So for those yang dah selesai curriculum review sampai betul-betul endorsement, you can come back to UTLC for us to work together to upgrade you punya UUM MOOC lah. Bagus lah. Memang we expect that after a certain period of time that these courses will be upgraded. But now my 2021 concern, the year 2021 concern is to make sure that all the courses that we have, the 26 courses that we have, are used. Any questions lagi sebelum saya serahkan kepada Associate Professor Dr. Sarima?
Prof Fauzia.
Ya.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Prof, saya Anis dari School of Law. Saya nak tanya Prof tentang penggunaan MOOC ni jika untuk semester hadapan ni, semester nak coming semester ni A211 ni, kita tak offer course ni. Jadi macam mana dengan apa kita kata number of usage daripada student tu, dia akan affect data ke macam mana?
Tak. Sebab tu kita akan minta daripada, betul kan Bawi? If I'm rubbish here, you let me know, okay? Tapi yang saya faham, kita akan berdasarkan kepada semester yang dia offer lah. Sebab tu kita punya data ni dia akan ikut offered lah. Kalau kosong-kosong ni maksudnya dia tak offer.
Jadi kalau macam data kami ni 97.6 tu dia akan remain lah 97.6. Kan dari School of Law tu, dia tak akan kata apa MOOC daripada School of Law tidak digunakan.
Tak. Dia akan bergantung kepada sama ada kursus tu ditawarkan atau tidak. Tapi kalau kursus tu ditawarkan dan tak ada siapa yang register, memang kami akan laporkan bahawa kursus ini tidak digunakan oleh pusat pengajian.
Okey,
Sebab
jadi
yang
nanti
untuk bahagian isi yang ditawarkan terbuka tu kita refer dekat yang kolom isi vas tu. Yang kolom ni.
maksudnya nanti untuk semester yang akan datang bila kos ini dia offer, student lain pula akan gunalah. Dia student yang guna tu hanya semester berkenaan sahaja.
Ya, sebab tu yang lah ni data yang dipertunjuk lah ni yang I kata kumulatif ni, kita memang akan simpan data kumulatif ni, maksudnya selama berapa tahun yang kursus ni telah dibangunkan dan ditawarkan melalui open learning, berapa orang yang dah menjadi user kepada kursus ni. Yang ni kumulatif.
Okey, baik.
Sebab itulah saya minta depa ni sebenarnya patut kita kena letak contoh dia. Kalau A202 katalah ada katalah ada 100 orang yang sepatutnya guna kan. Lepas tu tengok A20 ni kan A202, so A202 yang ni guna, yang ni registered ada 100 orang. Tapi yang guna 140 orang. So dekat situ kita boleh tahu yang 40 tu adalah other.
Oh, okey. Faham. Okey, terima kasih Prof.
Sama-sama.
Assalamualaikum Prof.
Assalamualaikum.
Azlizan, SOG.
Okay.
Problem saya ni lain sikit sebab saya nampak untuk satu paper SOG tu, Sociology of Development, appear dekat situ tadi masih nama pembangun developer yang lama. Actually developer yang lama tu dah pindah universiti dah.
Mana? Patah balik sekejap babi.
SOG. Masih lagi Dr. Azwan. Sociology of Development, SOG. Yang tu, yang bawah sekali tu.
Dr. Azlizan. Yang ni adalah nama pembangun. So tak apalah. Sebab
dia tak ada kacau apa?
Tak ada. Yang ni pembangun. Kita akan ada satu lagi ialah mereka yang mengajar.
Oh, okey. Sebab dia dah pindah universiti, kalau dia macam still lagi dekat SOG, okey, tak ada masalah pun.
Tak. Yang ni dia yang bangun.
Betul.
So, kalau you guna, dapatlah dia pahala.
Betul lah yang tu. Bukan dah saya takut ada apa-apa implikasi kemudian dia tu. Tak ada apa nah. Okey. Okey, terima kasih Prof.
Yes, Dr. Zalina. Wait nah. Dr. Zalina angkat tangan. Yes, Dr. Zalina.
Assalamualaikum Prof.
Assalam.
Saya nak tanya berkaitan dengan prinsip ekonomi ni, Principle of Economics. Okey, hari tu masa kami bangunkan di peringkat awal 2017-2018, Principle of Economics hanya cover 5 chapter. Jadi masalah masa tu bila 5 chapter, kita ada masalah student tak boleh guna sampai end of the semester. Sebab topik ada 14. Bila cover 5 saja dia tak dapat end of the semester. Jadi data tak sampai ke belakang lah. Jadi saya nak tanya ni untuk yang kami nak buat ni.
Okey, macam ni. I faham soalan you. Kecuali you ada tambahan dan I telah interject.
Okey, saya dah tambah dua topik baru nak cukupkan microeconomics ni component. So now our principal economics completed for half of the syllabus.
Tapi sekarang ni dalam open learning tu tak ada lagi lah yang the other 2 chapters tu, betul tak?
Ada the other 2 chapters tu kita dah buat dah sekarang ni.
Dah masuk kat dalam open learning.
Ya.
Okay.
Cuma the problem is now another part, the second parts of the syllabus. So Prof ada cadangan tak? Either we macam mana nak buat? Macam contohnya katakan kita nak create principle of economic second part ke macam mana?
You can actually include that in the same principles economics ni, or you can actually do the second part macam you kata tadi itulah. Tapi nantilah I have to bincang with my team, my IT team, my instructional technology department team, which ada Bawi dengan Ain je. And Dr. Izwan. So we've got to figure out what would be the best way lah, either to include that in the current principles of economics or to have a separate one. So that will be a bit confusing kalau dia separate kan, because we're still talking about the same course, right?
Same course, yes.
Yes, but to do this, I understand, because there was a time when we want to encourage people to do this, and some people cannot finish the whole entire 14 weeks punya, punya syllabus. So they did it 7 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks ke apa kan. So that's okay. So at least you guna lah yang 6 weeks and 7 weeks tu dengan MOOC, and then the balance you use UM online.
Okay.
So in your case, cases macam ni lah yang kita nak akan tengok dua-dua lah.
Yeah, but if possible, we want to include everything in the MOOC lah, because we can increase the numbers of students that use MOOC.
Correct.
Because of the entire syllabus will be there.
Right. So come and see us, and you know already what the processes are. So come and see us and plan when you can do this and complete it. Because lah ni memanglah all the pensyarah tak payah datang, tapi you boleh je nak datang, betul tak?
InsyaAllah.
Kami ada je. So you let us know.
Okay, insyaAllah, Prof.
No problem. Yes, Dr. Hussein.
Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I have one question regarding the amount of students registered. I noticed in my course there is 0. Could you go to the list of? Yes.
Which one is your course?
When I see my course, 0, 0, 0, 0. Number 18.
Number 18. Yeah. So you find out whether have you ever offered this course before?
Yes, I have 100. I have 100 something students.
Have you used MOOC?
Yes, I use MOOC, and I use one assessment in MOOC. I use 5 all classes there, and we use together. And I ask students to do review and to give a feedback in each in the weeks that I give to them.
In the MOOC or in the UUM online?
In the MOOC, yes, in open learning. In the
Bawi, tolong double check, Sat. Because the problem is the one who is receiving giving us all this data using and all that is open learning. So we've got to double check with open learning why is it that some are not showing the data if you have used it.
Okay.
Your students need to register, right? So if your students can use the open learning, then they need to be registered. So the number of usage should be there. It cannot be 0. So we will find out with open learning.
Okay, thanks a lot, Prof.
No problem.
Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Waalaikumsalam.
Warashidah ya daripada ekonomi.
Ya.
Saya nak tanya Prof, kalau yang macam data ni kan, ikut saya terlepas tadi, bila selalunya kita akan di-inform, di-reveal penggunaan tu, data penggunaan untuk pusat pengajian. Sebab kalau macam yang semester lepas, kita di-inform macam lewat untuk prinsip ekonomi kan. Maksudnya penggunaan tu sangat kurang. Jadi untuk kita galakkan student, macam tadi Dr. Zalina cakap, sebab kami dah cuma buat 5 chapter saja. Jadi masa dimaklumkan tu memang dah terlepas lah chapter-chapter yang
sepatutnya guna dengan MOOC tu.
Ya, betul. Lepas tu baru kita macam nak suruh student buat pun dah tak boleh lah kan. Dah sebab dia di penghujung. Selalunya dia akan bagi bila ya Prof? Kalau bagi kalau
kadang-kadang banyak sangat benda, so we all selalu pakai tunggu sampai KPT minta tu baru kita akan bagi data. Ada juga yang kami bagi data tapi mungkin terlepas pandang. Dia macam ni, you don't have to wait for the data to be given to you or being told how many people use. Yang tu pun we will have to discuss about what was the best way lah. Sepatutnya bila once kita dah dia kena buat macam secara blended jugalah. Maksudnya selepas je kursus tu telah ditawarkan, maybe like minggu pertama tu kita boleh tunjuk dah berapa orang yang dah register for the course yang sepatutnya dilaksanakan melalui MOOC kan. Tapi sepatutnya pensyarah dia kena tahu dah lah. This is why I'm giving you this particular workshop. I want you all to know by school you have how many courses that has been done via MOOC. So you can already plan from week 1 in your UM online. You can already have an instruction about how students should register. That you will say that the course will be handled for via MOOC open learning for week 1 to week 6 because of the 7 topics that you have in the MOOC. And then by week 8 till 14, we will use UUM online learning. So your instruction must be like that to your students, then they know what they need to do, right?
Okay, clear, Prof.
Because I don't know, like in the courses that I designed, I designed it for the whole entire thing. So it's like a complete, because it's postgraduate, it's 12 weeks lah. Yang technology planning and management in education tu is 14 weeks. Tak silap saya lah. Yes, Dr. Joyce, sorry to keep you waiting.
Right, okay, Prof. Okay, yang number 14 tu leadership communication. So yang apa number students of registered tu pasal kami leadership communication, we have 5 groups. Group A, B, C, D, E. So if let's say group saya je yang nak guna MOOC. Okay, group for ada 4 groups dia tak, lecturer tu dia tak nak guna MOOC. So dia punya users punya percentage dia tak akan tak capai. So macam tu, Prof.
Okay, very good question and very legit situation. Kalau macam tu lah yang kita risau ni, kita nak kena pastikan, sebab itulah kita very good for the deans of School of Economics and School of Law to be here. The deans need to know that these are the courses by school that you have. All the lecturers must use. All lecturers teaching the course must use. No buts. Because you have already spent the good number of hours designing, planning, recording, doing, editing, and we have already sent it to our panels of quality assurance, came back with lots of reviews that you need to do, done the review, completed the review, then only we launched in open learning. So there is a surmount amount of work that has been done. So if people say that, oh, I tak nak guna MOOC, I am so not technology savvy, I am so not going to do MOOC, that's not the right way. That's not the right attitude. That's the reason why the school now has got, schools have apa ni, globalized online learning punya wrap kan. Get them to do in-house training to use apa ni, to use open learning and to use the platform, to use the MOOC platform. If you need the technical assistance, if all else fail, UTLC is here to help you. If you have any problems with getting, nak buka tak tahu macam mana nak tekan apa, nak cari apa, we are patient, we will teach you. But the minute you have 5 groups, all 5 instructors must use MOOC because the course is designed for MOOC.
So dia kan kena paksa lah, kena force lah kan. Right. Okay, thank you, Prof.
No problem.
Saya ini lagi berkenaan MOOC lah tadi. Sebab masa kita nak buat untuk curriculum review, memang kami pernah di-highlight lah tentang, sebab auditor pernah tanya, okay, yang MOOC ni macam mana pula you kira? Jadi bila kami dah buat curriculum review tu, so saya tak ingat dengan siapa saya tanya lah. Jadi dia kata, okay, you have to decide lah, you nak pakai macam mana, 30% online learning, 30-70 or 50-50 lah. So for subjek IB dan export, both untuk coordinator export dan IB, kita decide untuk buat 30 and 70 lah. So kami dah buat perkiraan semua untuk MOOC sekali lah, siap-siap dalam syllabus tu. So dalam syllabus tu kita dah letak lah which subjek dan week keberapa yang kami akan guna MOOC, dan semuanya dah dimasukkan ke dalam SOW lah. Jadi saya nak tanya, sepatutnya langkah ni yang perlu dibuat kan, Prof? Jadi kita boleh decide lah either 30-70 ataupun 50-50 ke, tapi yang diorang cakap paling minimum is 30-70 lah, tak boleh less than that lah.
Okay, thank you for that particular question. Yang inilah yang selalu kita akan sebut-sebut PTS and PTG. PTS tu pembelajaran teradun sokongan, PTG ialah pembelajaran teradun gantian. Kalau kursus you masa sebelum you semak curriculum, asalnya was 100% face to face, betul? Sebelum semak curriculum, you buat 100% face to face. Lepas tu dan bila you tak tahulah universiti minta setiap pusat pengajian buat MOOC, you decided to use this particular course to develop the MOOC, and so you have developed the MOOC for 14 weeks. And then 14 weeks punya topics lah, maksudnya dia dah lengkap dah. And then you do your SEMAC curriculum and you decided kita dah ada MOOC, asal lah nak kena 100% nak tengok jumpa-jumpa juga. Bolehlah kita buat 30% online, dia boleh buat kerja-kerja dia dekat dalam MOOC tu, and the 70% kita jumpa bersemuka. Sebenarnya you boleh guna dua-dua pun. Masa you nak, katalah betul lah, kalau dia 70-30, maksudnya pembelajaran teradun gantian. Gantian here means they can do it on their own for 30% of the learning time. They can do it on their own via MOOC, and the 70% is where you are going to be there assisting them. Because I was the developer of human lifespan development, and I also taught human lifespan development. That particular course is 70% face-to-face, 30% online. So yang tu automatic dia jadi pembelajaran teradun gantian. So 30% tu saya akan suruhlah mereka tengok dekat MOOC. But while I am teaching, I'm also using MOOC tu. I tak guna dah, I tak buka dah UUM online learning masa especially masa pandemic tu. I was sujud syukur sebab I buat lah punya human lifespan ni masa bukan pandemic. It was in 2016 if I'm not mistaken. Yang tu sebab I nak tahu just as a pengarah UTLC, I nak tahu apa masalah yang pembangun-pembangun ni nak buat. Akan hadapi bila dia menjadi pembangun kepada MOOC ni. So that's how I develop my human lifespan development at that point of time, to understand the processes that people go through in order for them to develop the MOOC, so that I can empathize, you know, on their perspective if there's anything related to MOOC development. And it so happened that I also teach the course. So what I do is during my class, masa pandemic yang 2020, masa tu I jadi dekan, masa I jadi dekan, I terpaksa mengajar satu kursus tu. So I was using the platform, open learning platform, because the materials are already there, the task is already there. So after teaching, I'll say, okay, I'm going to give you 15 minutes for you to do the task via open learning, and then we continue to discuss. I'm sharing the open learning. I'm not sharing the UUM online learning. I'm not sharing my slides because it's already there. Ada recording, ada nota. So macam mana I share slides sekarang ni, the thing that I shared was the open learning, the platform, the UUM online learning. The MOOC, UUM MOOC for human lifespan development. Faham tak?
Okay, maksudnya boleh gunalah masa kita mengajar dalam kelas ataupun sekarang online pun kita masih boleh buka MOOC ni lah. Saya duk ingat benda ni online lah.
Tak lah, pasal kita buat ni online lah. Online lah kan?
Online lah, dan maksudnya kita bagi 15 minit, 20 minit, you all boleh buat MOOC macam tu lah.
Yep.
Satu lagi Prof, saya pernah hadapi sebab benda ni open access kan, di mana orang luar pun boleh masuk.
Betul.
Jadi saya pernah tengok, saya nak assess markah kan, macam dia orang buat test ke apa, kita nak run markah. Tiba-tiba saya nampak nama yang tak dikenali lah, ada orang daripada Nigeria ke apa Arab. Kata, apa dia ni, saya tak kenal kan. Jadi dia orang ni bila masuk adalah dalam 2-3 orang. Jadi dia punya akan kacau tak kita punya sistem ni?
Tak.
Sebab kalau boleh, kalau dalam grup student kita nak group student kita lah senang, kita nak evaluate, kita nak transfer markah, tapi dia orang tak ada effect lah sebab dia orang takkan buat lah test ke.
Sebab tu sebab tu this MOOC courses is actually is a window for faculty to showcase their expertise, to showcase what they have. So kalau lagi ramai lagi you dapat orang Arab, orang whatever yang bukan orang Malaysia yang ambil khusus you, baguslah. That shows that your course is highly referred to by people outside of Malaysia. Nama pun international business.
Okay, clear. Apa Prof yang percentage yang statistik yang Bawi tunjuk tadi, yang Excel tu, yang hujung sekali yang 2012 tu maksudnya apa dia? Saya tak berapa jelas dengan percentage tu.
2012.
Excel International Business katakan dia ada tulis A2023 93.1, tapi when it comes to A2012 dia jadi 62%. Saya tak faham yang A2012 tu merujuk kepada apa.
Itulah, I pun tak basically percentage ni dia ialah mereka yang daftar ISIVAS tu over yang use tu kali orang yang use yang menggunakan MOOC bahagi mereka yang daftar kali 100. Faham tak? That will be the percentage.
Yang daftar tu adalah yang enroll dalam kelas. Yang daftar MOOC lah.
Jadi percentage dekat sini ni kita tak ambil kira yang orang luar tu. Jadi kalau orang luar tu kalau dia masuk, maksudnya bonus to you lah. I mean bonus to the faculty lah. What we are concerned, we are not concerned. We are concerned if it's dia banyak tu maksudnya kursus you bagus. So the faculty can use that as a marketing tool dah untuk nak bagi tahu dekat orang macam we've got our course. I mean we also run a MOOC course kan. Besok kalau you all nak buat micro credential ke apa-apa kan, you can use this particular course as a crowd puller lah untuk nak ikuti you punya program. But what we are very concerned is our own students yang kita dah register ada 100 orang ni, 100 orang ni guna tak use ni? Guna tak MOOC ni? Jadi sebab tu kita kata kita nak tengok the number of use, so 100. Kalau over 100 okey lah. Maksudnya semua orang guna.
2023 ni merujuk pada yang registered ke Prof?
202 tak, dia dua yang ignore yang belakang ni, ignore yang 2 3 2 ni, ignore sebab yang tu dia apa dia pada explain
yang lah ya 203 lah 93.1.
So dia kira 202. Bila 202 dia tengok use over the registered kali 100. The registered here sekarang ni is cumulative, so nak kena perbetulkan yang tu. Dia kena by semester lah. Kalau macam saya kata tadi, kalau dia ada 100 orang yang mendaftar pada 20, katalah kita ambil 211, 100 orang yang mendaftar 211 yang menggunakan 80. So jadi 80 per 100 kali 100. That means you still have a few percentage yang tak guna lah. Tapi kalau you mendaftar 100 yang mengguna pun 100, okey lah. You akan dapat 100%.
Okay, terima kasih Prof.
Okay, semua jelas? Sekarang inilah masanya untuk kita mendengar daripada orang yang telah mengikuti dan mengajar menggunakan MOOC untuk kita sama-sama sharing-sharing lah sebelum nanti Encik Bawi akan tunjuk macam mana cara nak register, macam mana nak hantar maklumat kepada pelajar untuk nak menggunakan MOOC and all that. Okay? So without further ado, saya serahkan kepada Profesor Madia, Dr. Sarimah binti Syekh Abdullah untuk sharing session. Dan saya memohon untuk keluar untuk pergi ke sesi Bengkel e-portfolio pula. So thank you everybody for being here, and Dr. Sarimah, all yours.
Terima kasih Prof.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih Prof Fauziah. Assalamualaikum. Selamat pagi. Saya Sarimah. Saya diberitahu Prof minta untuk saya share sedikit pengalaman saya menggunakan MOOC. Saya sebenarnya baru lagi dengan penggunaan MOOC ini. Rasanya first time guna MOOC fully pada A201. Walau bagaimanapun saya sudah terfikir-fikir untuk menggunakan MOOC pada masa yang sebelum ni lah. Okay, saya rasa saya punya internet connection tak berapa okay, so saya akan tutup saya punya video, but I'll be sharing my experience of using MOOC anyway, and please feel free to ask me. I'm a bit nervous because I think there are a lot of you here who already have a familiarity with the use of MOOC, so it becomes a refresher course for you, but still I hope to be able to share some of the things that I experienced in the use of MOOC. Okay, introduce sikit, what is MOOC? Okay, what is MOOC? Okay. Alright. What is MOOC? M-O-O-C. Yang tu, okay, nak define the what is M-O-O-C, I think I'll leave it to Encik Bawi nanti to define. But I think M-O-O-C or MOOC is a platform. Sekejap ya, let me share my screen with you.
Can you see my screen? Boleh ke?
Yes, Prof. Boleh.
Alright. Okay, so sekejap lagi kalau internet saya nampak macam unstable, saya akan tutup video. Okay, what is MOOC? MOOC is, I think, okay, before I define what is MOOC, I'll just tell you why I chose to do MOOC. Okay, previously, I think I went through the process of using the system called Learning Care. Maybe some of you are familiar with Learning Care. Kalau tak silap, namanya Learning Care, which was not easy to use. And then we moved on to UUM Online, which I think the current platform is a lot more friendly than the previous one. And I tak ada masalah menggunakan UUM Online, but I felt that I wanted something that is interactive, that can allow for communication with my students, can see their work online. I know we can do that with UUM Online too, but I think previously there were issues with internet connection, students not having access. There were some issues that I felt that I wanted something else. And I think kalau, if you can see at the screen here, I have developed, okay, actually in 2018 was the first time that I attended, I think, a course on MOOC run by UTLC. And masa tu nak faham apa tu MOOC, and but you know, you attend halfway because ada meeting and all, so did not understand the idea of modules, did not understand the idea of how to set up, so that thing became stagnant in a way. But at the back of my mind, I still wanted to explore it, but cuma tak ada ruang dan peluang. In 2019, I came again to another workshop run by UTLC. Tapi masa tu it was introduced on a different platform. The facilitator was from University Malaysia Pahang. So that was a different platform. Tapi kalau perasan, I already have something, class of 2018. Maksudnya when the first I joined the MOOC course, I was already given access to, I was already registering to MOOC and I already had, I don't know what you call it, but the platform to actually design a course. But it's just that I did not pursue it because tak sempat. Okay, so anyway, come 2008 to 01, I had to teach a course that was given to me, like, although I was told that I might be teaching that course, but I did not, and I knew that it's a MOOC based course, but I did not get a chance to actually explore this. About 2 weeks before the semester start, it was confirmed that I was going to teach, and can you imagine the feeling of, you know, insecurity of tak pernah, never have I actually used MOOC and having to use it for that semester. And the course that I was teaching was a PGD help course, Understanding Learners. The participants are university lecturers. So it was a horrifying experience for me. But so I explored. The nature of me is maybe I'm the type who explore the platform to find out how to use it. So this is actually what you see here. What you see here is, let me shut that. Okay, what you see here is the previous platform for my course in semester A201. And I actually explored, first in 2 weeks, I had to understand the system. And at the same time, because of my interest, and I already had something in mind in 2018, I wanted to find out how to use this. And so the process was trying to figure out how to use this with my students, and at the same time exploring it for development of another course, or whether I should just abandon the idea. All right. So what I discovered was that MOOC is just like UUM Online. It's a place where you have your, what was it? the things that you have to have, which are the resources, the activities, and assessment, with the ratios given. And it is the same thing. So first of all, it is a collection of resources. Second of all, it is a collection of activities. And third of all, it can be a collection of assessment too. But of course, I continue to use assessment in UUM online because student submission of reports will need to go through turning in process. So I don't know whether that is possible here. Still have not explored that. So the assessment part for submission for turning in, I still go back to UUM online. But the rest of the course is like, every time I meet the students, this is where we meet. Because now with the doing online classes, this is the platform using WebEx. I just open this up and together with the students, we go through the process of learning. So when I explored this, so I hope this can help those who are kind of worried about the use of Mooc. It is actually, I discovered that this is actually a very user-friendly platform. Although initially I was nervous, but as I explored, I found that, once you use this, I don't think you want to use UUM online anymore. That's my feeling about it. Okay, so what I discovered was that now this particular course was Understanding Learners. This was developed by Prof. Fauzia, the Mooc. So what you can see here is that the course is divided into 4 modules. So this is the first module. If you can see it highlighted, this is the second, third, and fourth. Now, if you imagine how does she decide what to be in what module? I go back to this syllabus of the course. So this was really my exploration. So I'm sharing with you what I explored and discovered. So looking at the topics that she had for each of the module, looking at the topic, I compared this to the syllabus, and I found that what happened was that because postgraduate program runs in 12 weeks. So what she did was to divide the topics into different modules. So here we have 12 weeks of classes. The first 2 weeks, the first 2 topics were included into module 1. And this ran over week 1 to week 3. So this is module 1. And the title is Learners and Learning in Higher Education. So we picked, she picked that as a title. So that's the first module. And then for the second module, so if we click on this tab, we should be seeing the second module. The internet is big. Okay. So the second module is based on this chunk of topics. So topic 3, 4, 5, and 6 were included into module 2. And this ran from week 4 to week 6. So as you can see here, my internet is quite slow, so you have to bear with me. So this is module 2, which runs from topic 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So from week 4 to 6, whenever I meet the students, this will be the module that I'm using with them. So these are the topics and the activities that are included in each of the for that module. So the same goes with the rest of the modules. We have module 3, which runs from week 7 to 9, something like that. It's not strictly like that. So in module 3, that's this topic, and then module 4, this last topics. So that's the layout of this Mooc. So I have here module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4. And for each module, let's go back to module 1, which is arranged, the activities or the resources are arranged according to the topics in the syllabus. what the students have to do is just, I will instruct them. For instance, if we are meeting in a class, let's say currently I'm teaching the same course for this semester, and the first meeting, because this is 70-30 course, which is 70 MOOC and 70 online, and then the rest 3 meetings, which is 9 hours, is face-to-face meeting, synchronous. The others are asynchronous. So when I first met the students during our first meeting, we went through some of these activities together. So for instance, discovery learning was the first thing that we had discussion on. So what we have here is a link. So the link is provided for the students to go and view the video. And after they view the video, they're supposed to respond to these questions. How you as learner discover your world? How do you as an educator create for such learning to occur? What I like about this is that because everything is already there. And so I just decide what is going to be in class that I want to cover. What is it going to be that I want the students to do on their own outside of class? So for instance, this one, I just ask them to go and watch the video. The video is not embedded here. They watch at their own computer, but then I give them time, then you come back and you respond to this question. And so I'll be able to see the responses here. And all I need to do is just open up each of the responses and provide feedback, or we can discuss these responses, synchronously while in class. So for me, this is awesome. It solves the problem of, especially during this pandemic, having to do WebEx and you kind of, WebEx, if you have 40 students, 25 students, not everybody will speak up. But right here, the students will have to respond. I will know, and I will just call up on those who have not responded, so they would respond. And from their responses, okay, I read through and okay, let's discuss this. But of course, some people will say this is quite embarrassing in a way because we are open to, our responses are being open to everyone. But I think that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea of opening up to everyone for us to, discuss. There's no such thing as clear-cut right and wrong answers. We are open for discussion. So I like it very much because I can see the responses there, and I can just pick any of the responses and read it and ask if it's not clear, or if I want the student to elaborate further, I can just ask them to elaborate there and then. And if they are doing this outside of class, they will just upload the responses for me to go over at my own time. Is there any question about this? So the same goes with...
Yes, Prof, I have questions. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm Mel from STEM. When you say that, okay, I understand sampai yang Prof cakap, they give the response and apa benda semua tu, okay, fine, clear. And then Prof cakap tadi, if you are not clear, you will ask them to elaborate. Yang tu berlaku masa dalam, macam mana? Sebab benda ni Prof buat dalam Prof punya, I'm so sorry if the question is like way behind, but adakah benda ni berlaku semasa Prof mengajar ataupun Prof tunggu dia orang respon ataupun macam mana?
Okay, in the case of Prof, right, thank you for the question. Okay, in the case of that activity just now, this one, okay, as I mentioned earlier, my meeting with the students face-to-face online is 3 times only because this is a fully MOOC course, 70% MOOC. So 3 meetings only. So my first meeting was done about 3 weeks ago with the students. And so during that first meeting, of course, we will talk about classroom management, etc. but because it's 3 hours, there will be time for me to actually carry out the class. So that was like introductory. So what I did was I picked this topic, for instance, and we did it together. Okay, come, let's all watch this video, but they all watched the video on their own laptop. And then I say, respond to this question by responding here. And they do that. And then, so this is actually face-to-face on WebEx. So I'm interacting with them. But they still have to put in their responses there. Why? Because when we do class online, if we have 70 students or 40 students, not everybody will respond verbally, not even switching on the camera. But when I ask them to do this, they have to provide the responses. And this will allow me to call up on them face-to-face to get clarification, to get them to explain your ideas, give examples, and to get other students to give their opinion as well. So this was done face-to-face. It's not something that they do, that's the other way, which they do before class and they come and discuss. But this one, it was during the class time. Okay, let's watch the video and now respond to me. I'll give you time to respond. And then from that responses, such as this is the example. So we will go through, I will ask questions to clarify, or I will ask for examples, and other students can actually give comments. And they can like, they can give comments. Okay, so this is live. Okay, I'm going to shut my video. It's where to?
Dr. Sari, Dr. Husin angkat tangan tadi.
Okay. Alright, so sebelum tu, am I answering your question tadi? So this is live.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm using MOOC in class, face-to-face. But at other times, I'm also using MOOC out of class. Okay, yeah. Siapa tadi, Bawi?
Dr. Husin.
Okay.
Yes, Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thanks a lot for a great experience you share with us. Very good. And I have one question that when you ask students to do review or give a feedback for the one part of the modules that you would like to make sure that all students have participated, do you have a list or you have to go one by one?
No. I mean, that would consume a lot of time in the class. It's basically just to get a few, I want everybody to respond. Now, after class, I will be responding to the individual feedback. But in class, I will pick and choose who. It's just like when, when we are in a face-to-face classroom situation, we will call on some students to share their ideas. So I do the same. So during the class time, I will not use this one topic for the whole 2 hours, no. But we will discuss, look at the video and discuss. But for the rest of the responses, I will respond after class. I do. So with MOOC, now the rule of thumb, if I'm not mistaken, we have to respond within 48 hours to all the students' comments. This is how we encourage them to continue to provide their, to respond to the task. Because there will be some students who refuse to do the task. So this is one way to encourage, because I will either say something about what they said or I will ask questions for them to respond to. Of course, to be honest, some students do not interact back, but some do. Okay, but many do actually. Yeah. Okay, am I answering your question?
Yes, thank you, Prof. Yes,
okay.
I get your point.
Okay, so this is, for me, this is just like doing face-to-face, the regular thing that we do during face-to-face non-pandemic situation. But it's just that rather than I'm providing just materials, for the students to download, resources for them to read, but I'm also providing activities, which they can either do face-to-face during our meeting, or they can do outside of the class. So this is a sort of a flipped classroom in a way. So let's say for next class, okay, once we have done this and a few others in class, for next class, I would like for the students to do homework. So they would do some homework, like for instance, about you. So because this requires them introducing themselves. So they are given questions to tell me about themselves. And so what they need to do is creatively come up with a way to introduce themselves to me. And this is not done in class because it's impossible. It will be very time consuming. So giving them time, let's say about a week. Okay, please introduce yourself and upload. And this is when I will respond to them. So with Mooc, the task on the instructor is always to be alert with students' uploads of materials of their assignments, and we have to constantly provide feedback. Otherwise, they will see no point in doing it, right? And so this is very, I think it works for me very well because I'm only meeting them 3 times. And the only way for me to know whether they are understanding what they're doing, they are, following the class, whether they are able to, they are ready to work on the assignments, this is the way for me to go about. So for each topic, that's something that they have to do. Either do it before class and come to discuss, or do it in class and we do it together. So this is what I like about it. And okay, now moving on, because as I said, I was exploring what Prof. Fauzia did with her Mooc, and I knew that there were 4 modules that she developed based on the syllabus, and I started doing my own. The one that I have put on hold for a long time, which was my own course on qualitative research in education. And I did this right after this Understanding Learner was over. And I developed this out of curiosity, really, because I already have so many materials in UUM online. What I need to do now is to transfer what I have there into this Mooc. And because I already understand how to do it, the thing becomes a lot easier for me. So I followed exactly the same concept of doing this, chunking my topics if I'm using the whole course. But if I'm just doing part of the course, that's also possible. But I'm following what Prof. Fauzia was doing, which was chunking the topics into particular modules. And so I too had, because I was like exploring and experimenting, so I too decided that I wanted to have only 4 modules, and it worked with the course, for my course. So the same thing, the topics are divided again into, within the modules for the students to explore. And when I was doing this form, because I was teaching qualitative research, that's a lot of hands-on activity. And the problem with teaching that course is that if you just give theories, students are going to forget. They have to do hands-on. And with postgraduate being just 12 weeks, there's not so much time to cover everything. And I wanted the students to know how to do research. And I also have the responsibility to ensure that they do their proposal, 3-chapter proposal, as a final product of their course. And so this platform was used in a way for the students to actually do the 2 big tasks. One is to actually experience doing research, and the other is to develop the proposal. So I divided the course into 4 modules, and I divided again into 2 parts, which is the learning how to do research and learning to do the proposal. Because I remember during my previous engagement with previous students, what happened was they have the experience of collecting data, writing reports, etc. But when it comes to doing proposal, by the week 12, they forget everything. They forgot almost everything that has been taught to them. It's as though, you know, doing the research is one thing, doing proposal is another thing. So what I did was, as I said, I divided the course into two parts. The research part, which they will collect data, they will do analysis, and they will write report. And then the other part, which is the proposal. So the semester is divided into 6 weeks, 6 weeks. The last 6 weeks, which is allocated to writing proposal, they will have to upload everything to here. So as you can see, for instance, let me just show you an example. Okay, like here. I don't know if I'm picking the right example. Okay, I've provided them with chapters to read. Okay, and hold on, is it this one? No, maybe not this one. Okay, this one. Unless I don't have the students and okay. All right. For instance, here, I was helping them to understand research philosophy, and they were going to use that to include that in their proposal. So what I did was ask them to read the articles, and then from that reading, they're going to formulate their own understanding of the difference between qualitative and quantitative research. And so they will share what they understand here. And later on, they will do something else. Like for instance, they will choose, like writing a sample problem statement. And so they will watch a video and they will read an article to explore how problem statement is done. And now they're going to write about their own problem statement. So what happens is, for each activity that they do, there will be a component of the proposal that they inject in for their own topic. I don't think I'm selecting the right example, but the idea is that. So for each component that they're doing, like for instance, they are I can't remember exactly where, but for each of the component that they are supposed to insert in the proposal, they will do a task, writing out that task and put it here, save it here. So throughout that 6 weeks of preparing the proposal, every part of the proposal will be embedded, will be saved in this UUM on Mooc for others to see and for others to help, for them to help one another, and also for me to give feedback. Now I do formative assessment, which is before they actually submit their final proposal, I give them allowances for them to do that particular bit. For instance, sampling techniques, the sampling strategies. Okay, write about your sampling strategies. What will you consider according to your topic? How many will be involved? What kind of sampling strategy, etc., etc. So they will answer those questions and they will put it here on Mooc. And then later, and I will respond to their ideas. I will advise or I will ask questions to help them clarify. So it's very interactive between me and them. And some of these are not done in class. Some are done in class, some are done outside of class. And as I do this, I'm helping them to improve. By the time they reach the week 11, in which they have to compile everything, they actually have all these separate items to put into the proposal. But of course, now they have to make sense to make sure that everything is together, everything is coherent. So again, for me, this is like a bank for the students to actually put in what they have done so that they don't forget. Because I remember I had one student who kind of, took it easy in the beginning, and come week, I think week 8 into the course, I asked the students to refer to a part that they have written, and and I want them to reflect on it. But the student was not, was thinking, Doctor, but where, how, what, how do I do this? And I said, remember, I asked you to do in Mooc, in module 3, this section, go and find. If you have done it, it should be there, and my responses should have been there. So when he opened that thing and he saw that it's there, he's actually done it. And he was very happy. Oh, now I understand. Everything that is being planted into this Mooc will later be combined to turn into my proposal. And for those who did not do, they will also go and look at their section and find that they have not done. And so they have to do it. So in a way, I'm like helping them to develop the understanding of research proposal. And by doing that, they know that by week 11, when they have to compile everything, they actually have it there. And there are some very hardworking students who actually went through their friends' windows and actually downloaded my comments for their friends so that they can make sense of what it is that I'm expecting from them. So this is for me very interactive, and then nobody can say, none of the students can say that I have not guided them in any part of the proposal. Because I will always open back, okay, look, okay, if you have done it, it should be there. If you haven't done it, then you should, it's your own, well, it's your own problem for not doing it. So it's interactive. I provide feedback, and the students also will respond to me, those who are very hardworking. So in a way, I will be able to see, just from these activities, whether it's synchronous or asynchronous, I can see who's doing a lot more work and who's not, who's being behind and why. And I will have to alert that person, why aren't you doing this? You're supposed to submit. So this is a way for me to, because I just need to click on one particular, okay, this course was, when I used this for my class, it was not totally completely done, but basically I can go and look at who has done or who has not done, and I can advise them what to do. I can alert them, I can WhatsApp to them, okay, you need to do this because everybody has done and you haven't. For this class, that semester I had 12 students. So I had 4, 8, 11, one student missing. So not saying that 100% would do it, but at least I know who's doing and who's not doing. And in a sense, fairness is portrayed there, because everybody knows who's doing, whether they're doing or not doing, and I know, and I'm able to access. Any other questions? So based on that experience of doing Understanding Learner, based on Prof. Fauzia's module or Mooc, I explored and I discovered that this is actually worth doing. What I did was simply transfer the material, the resources, the activities, and the, except for some part of the assessments into this. And I put them, I slotted them according to the modules. So I think that's what Mooc is about. And it's up to us really, whether we want to, like for instance, I come to class one day and I say, okay, let's do this. So I open this up, okay, I'm giving you time, whether it's going to be a breakout room, go into the groups, discuss. And if they have groups, they're working in groups and their submission is as a group, so one person will be submitting. So I think yeah. So my excitement from using Mooc was through that experience of discovering within a short period of time, discovering Mooc from understanding learners. It was terrifying, but it can be learned. And I think this system is quite friendly, user-friendly, in the sense that, you know, once you understand how it works, it's just a matter of designing your course, and in doing so, if next semester I want to improve, I just know where to go. Whereas maybe I'm a messy person in UUM and online, I found that the way I plotted my materials were very messy, and I found using forum was not to my liking. Whereas here, it works for me better lah. So I think Mooc is me basically.
Prof, sorry, ada soalan lagi.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you said about the submission. Okay, how secure it is, and how, macam dalam OL kita punya kan, we can actually trace who view, who didn't view, who submitted, and who has not submitted. Can we do that in Mooc?
I will know who submitted and who
no.
Yeah.
We will get the notification and all lah.
Let's say, okay, I'll go back to understanding learners because I'm using it currently. Hold on a second, yeah. Just it's taking time. Yeah, but I can know because if I just click on, and then there's these statistics that you can access who has done what. Okay, let me just show when it comes out. All right. That's somewhere. This is what I discovered much later when we administer our learners. And we can see, I think it's down here, administer learners. Oops. Okay. Administer learners. Ooh. Okay. And statistics. I think that's where.
Okay.
Okay. And it will tell you who has done or who has not done.
I see.
Yeah. And you can even access the individual students. So you have this chart. And if I want to go by pages or I want to go by students, I can. Oops, okay, it's coming. Betul kan Bawi? This is where I can access siapa buat apa. Sebab hari tu memang I did that.
Dekat bahagian menu administrator learner tu, klik dekat learner tu.
Kat learner, okay.
Okay, learner. Alright.
Sedap. Okay. Yang ni baru discovered. Okay. Alright. So like this, I will know what is the progress, and I can actually know what the student has done or not done. Okay, let's see if I click on this. 40%.
Prof, explore sendiri Prof, benda-benda macam ni. You masuk-masuk.
Explore sendiri. So macam ni, for each of the topic in the module, ada dia dah siap atau belum? Jauh dia dah buat semua. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. So I will know lah siapa yang buat, siapa yang tak buat.
Kalau assignment saya yang ada video Encik Bawi, boleh ke student upload dalam ni?
Boleh.
Boleh no?
Sebab I buat introduction to about themselves. Some of them actually uploaded their videos. Boleh?
Oh, they can actually upload.
Yes, tak ada masalah. Boleh main.
I see. Right.
Yeah. So for me, it's just and Bawi and Ayin are at UTLC, and they are, they will help. In my case, before because I baru jadi timbalan pengarah this year, I only knew Ayin when I was going to teach understanding learners. Prof. Fauzia introduced me to him, and so kacau dia lah bila tak sure apa-apa. And then as I was still not with UTLC, I was already doing my qualitative research. So yes, I explored. And maybe by nature, I'm the type who has to explore. If I sit and I listen, it will not. Maybe I don't. But I explored. But I think it's just so user friendly in a sense that you just have to understand the concept. So I figured out from understanding learners what is the concept. I understood that things are divided in this way. And understanding that actually helped me to develop my own. So I developed my own that way for the module. And from that, I started injecting and carilah kat mana nak course set up. Sebab semua ni buat sebelum datang UTLC kan. Kalau duduk kat UTLC, I memang akan manja dengan Bawi and Ayin lah. But because I tak kenal dia orang masa tu, so I set up myself and insyaAllah it's not that difficult, but Bawi and Ayin are always there to help. I'm very sure of that. So it's for me, yeah, it's worth the time lah. Lagipun when I was doing my qualitative research, because I already have the bahan from UUM online, all I did was I transferred into here, copy paste dan sebagainya, and so things are already there, but you just want to organize them into these ways so that you can see what are the things that you have there and which one you want to decide to do in class, which one you want the students to do at home, and which one you feel like they put that overwhelmed sangat ke, okay, we skip that. So it's that in such a way that it's like blocks kan, because it's in a block way. For me, it's more attractive. Yes, Dr. Hussein.
Yes. Assalamualaikum, Prof. Ada lagi one soalan. Yes, I found here you in each semester you create a class of A to 11, A to 02. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you create this one under the course, and we have to create it in every semester.
No need to prepare. Once you have it, that's something that you have to do. Like for instance, understanding learner from A to 01. There's somewhere down here that you have to tamper with, and you will produce A to 11. The only thing was that when on the day before I started the class, the students were not able to access. So I called Ayin and I asked him why, and he helped me to figure out. And so the students were able to access. Everything is there. I did not lose anything. Whatever that I have inputted in the previous class is still there. Like for instance, this qualitative research, I had the class in A to 02, and I didn't have it into A to 03. But until now, I still have everything there, and even the students' works are still there. So
Yeah, Prof, coming to that question, so how do you renew your, because the material probably is going to be the same, right? Okay, so in OL we have to sort of macam apa tu migrate and what's not lah. So how is it in open learning?
Senang sangat.
Or better than that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
UUM online, we have to kind of backup and
backup and then transfer and what's not.
Yes. Okay lah, but UUM online has been more friendlier now lah for me, but I think this one is just a matter of you go to this part here, administer learners, and then that's okay, hold on, administer learners, and then I think whether it's general or timeline, I cannot remember, but I'm good at just cari and I will find it. So maybe it's timeline.
Doktor, bateri nak habis.
Okay, sekejap. Alright, I think it is betul ke Bawi dekat timeline?
Dia dekat general.
General, okay.
Sebab situ kita akan create new class kat situ kat general.
Course setup general.
Ya.
Kat general kan? Okay.
Course setup general.
Course setup dia kita buat kita set the modules kan?
Yang ni nak set apa dia, apa nama, kelas kan?
Kita nak set new class tu untuk every
set new
semester.
class,
Ya, ya betul.
Dekat course setup general.
Course setup kita
General. Okay.
Lupa. So excited tu kita lupa lah kan. Sebab yang ini pun yeah. So ada somewhere.
Scroll bawah lagi.
Ya ni.
Ya.
Create a new class.
I see. Oh, that's not so bad. So when you create, everything is transferred, or you have to key in all over again?
No need. Yes, they are already created.
Automatic.
I see.
Saves a lot of time.
Yeah. You don't have to remember many steps.
Because it just like dia ambil sebiji semester. Yeah. And you don't lose anything. So that's what I love about it also lah.
Okay.
Cuma memang lah because I'm the explorer type, so I just kacau benda tu sampai jumpa, tak boleh cari Ain atau Bawi, but kalau tak if you're not comfortable, then UTLC is always here to help.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Prof. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. All right. Okay, I think yang itu je lah. So what is Mooc? Mooc is basically just like what you have in UUM online, but the difference is I like the interface, and I got excited looking at the interface. I can see them like this rather than listing, and I don't know, like maybe in UUM online I did not explore fully, but here I can see them in such manner that it makes more sense for me where to go, what to do, what to ask students to do. And which one will be done in class, which one will be done out of class and will be discussed later in class, which one totally independent, but I will give feedback. And I can know who is doing and who is not doing, and I can provide feedback. Cuma the challenge is to provide feedback itulah nak kena segera supaya so that the students know that we are serious. As we ask them to be serious about doing it, we too have to be serious in responding to them. So kalau student ramai tu kena consider banyak group activities lah, kan? Yeah, Dr. Hussein.
Sorry, for many questions, but you solve a lot of problems with us. Thank you. My question here, when we have, for example, 2-3 classes, previous classes, and we have A211, when we ask our new students to register, are they going to register only in the A211 or on all other previous classes?
No, they will only access A211. Am I right, Ain, Bawi?
Yes, Prof. Sure. You only access the new class that we offer.
So they cannot. If you're worried, they will be things like that. No.
We will close all the previous class.
Good. Other question. Could you show us how the students, because we would like to guide students how to register and to make sure that they are registered using what they're using, their matric number, and
we can provide them. Okay, if we go back general lagi kan?
For registration, Doctor.
Registration, we give them the code, kan?
Yeah, if the course have the code. The instructor need to provide the code. If the free enroll course, there's no need to enter the code. Just enroll like usual. We have a video on the tutorial how to register and also how to enroll. Later we will share the videos, and you can provide the video to your students before their registration or before they are enrolled to the course.
So for the technicalities,
Satu,
Ain, Bawi will be the experts.
Yeah, inshallah we will help upon the technical issues.
For sharing the experience to show how motivated, how excited I am with this MOOC. So I'm here to just to do that. So I hope that I'm almost retiring. In 2 years' time, I'll be retiring. So I'm old. So this system is, of course, for some people, it's scary to use. But I think with the help, the advice from UTLC team, this is manageable. This is really manageable. Just how we learned to use UUM online, which was quite tricky in the first place. This is, I can say that this is less tricky than that. And once you use it, it's lovely. It's lovely. So I think itu saja kot from me. Kalau tak ada apa-apa soalan lagi.
Is there any question?
Okay, thank you so much. So let's move. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Terima kasih kepada Dr. Associate Professor Dr.
Bawi ke ni cakap ni?
Ya, saya.
Cuma sorry lah. Aduh, I dah takut ni sebenarnya. Sebab progress tak apa nak comel.
Okay.
So okay, let me get myself clear first. Since progress yang UTLC bagi tu, okay. So now macam okay, kami macam in my case, I have already my bahan in my OL. Now katalah nak transfer masuk dalam open learning, okay? Now bila masuk dalam open learning tu, bila boleh bagi student tengok? Ke dah boleh bagi dah? Ke macam mana?
Maksudnya kursus ni kursus yang dah siap dah lah, dah memang
Belum.
Oh, okay. Kalau macam kursus ni belum ditawarkan, sebab kita punya prosedur, kita akan lalu, bila dah kursus ni dah siap 100%, kita akan masuk jawatankuasa penilaian jaminan kualiti lah.
I see.
So, mereka ni lah yang akan check apa semua konten dalam ni, mereka akan tengok one by one lah.
Oh.
Kemudian pembangun tu kena kemaskini ikut komen apa yang diberikan lah.
Okay.
Lepas komen tu dikemaskini dan
baru boleh publish kat student.
Ya, baru kita akan publish under UUM lah untuk kita jaga kualiti UUM lah, dan pembangun tu akan dapat pemberat untuk markah.
So sekarang yang UTLC duk bagi reminder through dekan tu.
Dan adalah untuk kursus-kursus yang under development.
Under development lah.
Ya.
Okay, so kalau kami ni macam nak increasekan lagi percentage tu is how do we do that? Keep on masukkan dekat course content apa course tadi apa?
Ya, betul Doktor. Kena maksudnya masukkan konten-konten cukup dia punya kita punya minimum tu kan, minimum requirement tu. And then fulfill the semua requirement lah, videos, interaction apa semua tu. Bukan kita akan declare 100%. Ini percentage yang Cik Nawawi tunjuk ni.
Ya, ini adalah kita punya dashboard untuk kami pantau kursus-kursus under pemantauan UTLC lah, under UUM.
Correct.
So kat sini kami akan update monthly basis lah, biasanya sebulan sekali lah. So kat sini kita boleh tengok kursus-kursus yang contoh macam 100% ni maksudnya dia dah siap. So dia tunggu standby untuk masuk dalam mesyuarat lah. Dan bila dah lulus, kita akan masuk ke dalam under yang 26 ni lah. So dia akan jadi 27 pula lah. Kat sini kita boleh tengok ACFB ada berapa, semua kita boleh tahu.
Ya. Hak ni yang dekan kerja ni.
Ya, so yang kita hantar dekat dekan 3 bulan sekali tu adalah yang bahagian pemantauan lah.
Okay, so sebenarnya cerita dia kita keep on uploading dalam course content tu lah
Ya betul. Untuk nak bagi complete apa content tu lah. Once dah complete 100%, so kita akan masuk jawatankuasa lah.
Thank you Cik Bawi.
Alright. Untuk sesi seterusnya, sebelum kita start, ada di sini yang tak boleh nak login ke ataupun ada masalah untuk login, sebab sesi yang seterusnya ni adalah berkaitan dengan technical punya part lah. So kami nak tahu ada masalah login tak? Ada sesiapa yang ada menghadapi masalah tak boleh login ke, tak ada lesen ke?
Assalamualaikum Bawi.
Ya, Waalaikumsalam Doktor.
Saya rasa saya dulu pernah masuk tapi dah lupa password semua. Boleh tolong macam mana?
Dr. Muazzam anda pembangun ataupun instructor, pengajar?
Pembangun.
Nanti kita akan share untuk pembangun lah. Sebab dalam ni kita akan share untuk pengajar dulu. Sebab pengguna kan.
No? Kalau yang pengguna kita akan guna license lain. Kalau yang untuk yang pembangun kita akan guna license lain pula. So ada dua yang berbeza lah. Sebab yang untuk bengkel hari ini adalah untuk bengkel siapa yang nak mengajar sahaja. Kalau ada masalah nak login tak boleh ke, license tak ada ke, boleh bagi tahu kami.
Boleh feel free to register to fill the form they provide on the chat.
Oh, Ayin dah letak dalam chat. Boleh isi form tu lah. Nanti masukkan nama dan juga email dan juga nama kursus yang nak mengajar. Nanti kami akan assign license lah. Sebab kalau macam tuan-puan tak ada license, Open Learning akan minta 390 macam tu lah, charge lah. So kita sebab under UUM kita dah beli license, hampir dalam 100 license. So kita akan manfaatkan license-license itulah untuk pensyarah-pensyarah under UUM lah. Boleh isi borang yang Ayin dah masukkan dalam chatting.
Isi borang ni untuk yang mengajar ke yang developer?
Yang ni untuk yang mengajar, Doktor.
Mengajar maksudnya dia kena ajar subjek tu ke?
Ya, betul.
I see. Alright.
Assalamualaikum Bawi.
Waalaikumsalam Dr. Asminda.
Kalau saya pembangun dan juga saya pengajar, so saya nak kena isi borang untuk lisensi pengajar ni juga ke?
Doktor mengajar tu mengajar kursus lain kah?
Ya, saya mengajar kursus ni untuk semester yang akan datang ni lah untuk PPSAD ni.
Tak apa, kami boleh assign license asing untuk doktor mengajar punya lah. Sebab kalau macam dengan pembangun punya, kita share license, tapi untuk yang nak mengajar kita assign license individu lah. Macam contohlah nama saya Bawi, bila saya di assign license, nama saya dalam license tu Bawi lah. So bila saya berinteraksi antara student saya tu, nama saya bukan nama yang kita share waktu pembangunan tu dulu lah.
I see. So maknanya saya isi borang ni untuk pengajar dulu lah ya?
Ya, siapa-siapa yang nak license isi borang tu, kita akan assign nanti.
Nanti kalau saya nak apply license ID untuk pembangun tu boleh lah?
Boleh.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sama. Ada soalan lagi? Ada siapa-siapa ada masalah berkaitan dengan login? Yang berkaitan yang tanya tadi, kita dah share satu video cara untuk login lah. Yang ni boleh pass kepada student lah. Video tutorial macam mana student tu nak login dan juga join kita punya kursus.
Dan juga pengguna ataupun lecturer yang nak mengajar perlu juga register dulu dalam opening. Maksudnya perlu ada account dengan opening lah. Dan email yang provide dekat kami tu mohon email yang akan digunakan dalam opening. Macam tu.
Maksudnya kalau macam contoh lah kan, email tu kalau dalam open learning nama email Gmail katakan. Tapi kalau kata kami bukan nak tahu email UUM ke apa kan, tapi kami nak tahu email yang digunakan dalam open learning tu apa. Masukkan email tu.
Yes, Dr. Hussein.
Yes, Assalamualaikum.
I
would like to ask that the form that you provide to us is the how to get the course to be under your name, or what you mean by that form that we fill up?
You just want to assign your email.
Yes, because when I enter it is UUM educator, I am free to change anything that could be change others.
Okay, this for this email, this only to use the course. For change the course content, you need to be as administrator.
Okay.
Okay.
So when I would like to log in with my students, I use my under my name.
Yeah, correct. If you want to change anything, you would just use the developer account.
Okay, terima kasih.
Most welcome, Doctor.
Sama. Ada soalan ke? Ada berkaitan dengan login? Ada masalah tak yang tak boleh nak login ke ataupun macam mana? Kalau tak ada, kami nak pergi kepada bahagian untuk create group, sebab dalam soalan chatting ada yang bertanya macam mana kita nak create group untuk satu kursus, tapi dia ada banyak group A, group B, group C macam tu. Kalau tak ada soalan berkaitan dengan login, kami terus ke bahagian group.
Cik Bawi, nak login ni kita kena sign up dulu ke?
Ya, betul tu. Doktor kena sign up dulu, kemudian doktor bagi alamat email yang doktor sign up tu ke dalam form yang kami sediakan tu. Nanti kami akan assign license Sebab bila doktor sign up, automatic Open Learning recognize doktor sebagai student bukan sebagai pengajar. Sebab kalau nak jadi pengajar dia kena bayar duit. Dia kena bayar dalam 390 macam tu kot.
Alright. So sign up ni saya kena masukkan password saya sendiri lah ya?
Ya betul.
Yes.
Okay.
Sign up and then doktor check dalam email and then verify apa account Open Learning dah. Okay.
Okay. Alright. Thank you.
Okay. So saya share screen lah. Cara untuk nak create group. Okay, katakan kalau macam saya sekarang ni, saya tunjuk satu contoh. Saya ambil contoh Introduction to Object Oriented Programming. Okay, kalau kita tengok bahagian yang Learning Activities, bahagian Learning Activities ni adalah bahagian konten yang mana kita share antara semua group lah, group A, group B, group C, they are using the same content lah untuk yang kursus inilah. Okay. Also kita create group, pergi ke bahagian course setup, kemudian bahagian group. Okay. Nanti sebab yang nak create group ni adalah orang yang untuk yang course tu sendiri lah, dia boleh create sendiri lah. Okay. Admin bagi course ni. Okay. Okay, sebagai contoh lah kan, saya tengok untuk kursus ni dia ada group A, group D, E, F, H, J. So untuk nak create satu group yang baru, contoh macam ni kan, kita ni saja create dekat sini, masukkan group yang baru lah, contoh kan. Contoh. Okay, so kita ada group baru. Kemudian group ni, macam mana student nak access kepada group ni, ini adalah paparan bagi admin course tu sahajalah. Kalau untuk bahagian yang student, dia hanya nampak sampai dekat FAQ ni sahaja. So bila student klik group tadi, yang bahagian ni, so di sini Open Learning akan paparkan group-group yang available di dalam bawah kursus Introduction to Object Oriented Programming lah. Macam kursus yang kita baru buat tadi, group yang kita baru create tadi adalah group Z. So nanti bila student join ke dalam kursus ni, minta student klik join, button join sahaja. Automatik dia akan masuk ke dalam members dalam group ni lah. Sebab dalam group, setiap group, sebagai contoh, kalau sekiranya group A ada aktiviti yang tersendiri untuk group A sahaja. So kita boleh buat dalam group yang tersendiri lah. Contoh dalam group A ni kita nak buat mungkin quiz khas untuk group A sahaja. So kita boleh create aktiviti untuk group A sahajalah dalam group. Sebab yang bahagian learning activities ni adalah konten yang di-share untuk semua pengajar lah, group A sampai Z macam tu lah. So dia guna konten yang sama. Kalau ada konten yang tersendiri boleh buat dalam bahagian group ni lah. Okay.
Cik Bawi.
Ya.
Saya nak tanya ni, ada kemungkinan tak student, contohnya daripada group Z itu kan tadi, dia tersilap pergi join group A kan? Sebab dia akan papai pada screen student ni semua group ni.
Ya, betul. Untuk yang bahagian group ni, apa yang kami recommend untuk yang akan mengajar, untuk minggu yang pertama ataupun minggu yang kedua, kita allow lagi untuk student join. Maksudnya button join ni masih allow lagi lah untuk yang minggu pertama dan kedua. Kemudian bila dah masuk ke minggu ketiga, button join ni kita disable lah. Maksudnya dia akan hilang lah. So dalam minggu pertama kedua ni student boleh masuk join group A sekiranya dia tersilap. Dia tersilap group, kalau dia boleh leave group tu, masuk ke group yang betul dia lah. Kemudian dalam tempoh yang minggu yang ketiga kita akan tutup group ni, so dia tak boleh nak join ataupun leave dah lah. So,
maknanya lecturer tu boleh detect lah. Kata
ya, boleh. Dia boleh detect dan juga dia boleh manually assign student kepada group. Contoh kalau macam Ali adalah group A, lecturer tu ataupun admin bagi kursus ni boleh assign Ali tu ke dalam dia punya group tu sendirilah.
Group yang betul lah. Okay.
Ya, betul.
Terima kasih.
Baik. Ya, Dr. Hussein.
My question now is if ICT course is taught by 2 lecturers, and we have I mean, who is going to control the online learning? Is the coordinator?
You mean the admin or
Yes, for example, yes, my course ICT, we are 2 groups, and we, for example, I will manage the online learning.
You mean
I will create other group for other group that's put by my and for example, I'm group A. My colleague is teaching group B, so we create A and B under my fully administration, and supposed to have also account and username. I mean, the other lecturer supposed to have this username and a password.
Actually, Dr. Hussein, for those who have license, actually they have the right and privilege as same as you are lah. For example, like if you get, for example, let's say you have a privilege to assign group, he or she who have the same license and privilege, we see the same menu that you see now lah.
You mean after I get a license, I can add other lecturer who lecturing with me, and he can use the same privilege in the website?
To add license, you need to ask us to manually assign lah, because you don't have the super admin
I see.
Super admin license lah, because we UTRC who has been asked to monitor all the user under UUM lah.
Okay, so I asked my colleague to contact with you to give him admission.
Yeah, betul. Yes, correct.
That's right.
Just give him the link, form link that we provide in the chatting in the Zoom.
Okay, yes, good. Okay. Thanks a lot, Brother Nabawi.
Yep.
Thanks all.
Untuk dapatkan lesen pembangunan perlu register di mana? Register dekat apa form yang kami bagi, Doktor. Ada yang tanya dekat chatting.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Nak tanya apa yang untuk kita sebelum kita create group ni kan, sepatutnya kita kena create kelas dulu lah kot.
Ya, betul. Untuk create kelas tu untuk course admin perlu pergi dekat course setup. Lepas tu pergi dekat general yang macam Dr. Sari tunjuk tadi.
Yang tu kami kena buat sendiri lah maksudnya.
Ya, betul. Kami recommend terus buat sendiri sebab dia tak susah pun sebenarnya.
Cuba tak ni. Lepas tu saya nak delete tak boleh dah.
Oh, okay. Sebab dia klik button ni saja sebenarnya. Klik new class. Lepas tu sebab dia sebab aktif session untuk kelas ni satu sahaja. Dia tak boleh ada dua kelas yang run serentak lah. Sebagai contoh lah kan, Ali ni dia student A201. Bila kita buka kelas ni A201 contoh lah kan. So dia automatic tu dia akan masuk ke dalam A201 lah. Dia ikut yang current kelas yang tengah aktif sekarang lah. Dia tak boleh ada dua aktif kelas dalam masa yang sama.
Tu macam mana nak delete balik tu?
Ni kelas yang mana kah? Yang ni kan?
Sepatutnya yang SEM A211 group B tu lah. Yang kelas of 2021A tu nak delete yang tu lah.
Yang ni kelas yang baru lah.
Saya baru create tadi.
Okay. Saya bantu.
Dan kita kena make public kot lah. Dia punya access tu. Masa kita create kelas.
Betul public.
Dia depend kepada kursus lah tu. Macam contoh kursus Dr. Sari tadi, dia ada access code. Access code tu hanya untuk student yang tertentu sahaja lah. Macam contoh student tu kita nak kawal dia punya registration kan. Kita tak mau ada student daripada luar. So kita ambil guna access code lah.
Macam kita ada 2 group. So satu sajalah yang kita create kelas ni tak? Satu kelas, dalam tu kita create 2 group macam tu lah kan?
So yang kelas yang baru ni adalah
SEM A211 group. Itulah SEM A211 tu. Salah satu lah yang nombor tak apa.
So
SEM A211.
A211. So ni nak buat public ataupun public
Course ni public kan? Betul.
Okay.
So yang lain tu kita akan ended lah.
Bila kita create dia SEM yang baru, kelas atau kelas yang baru. So yang previous tu dia akan tamat lah. So student yang register baru ni dia akan terus masuk ke dalam SEM A211 lah.
Okay.
Okay.
Saya nak tanya,
Ya.
kalau student saya selalunya yang kena repeat lah paper yang sama, mereka bila nak try register sistem tu tak bagi masuk dalam subjek dia, kata dia fail IB lah. Next sem bila nak ambil pula, dia ada masalah nak masuk balik dalam subjek tu, yang tu macam mana nak buat? Ada banyak.
Dia kursus yang sama ke?
Kursus yang sama, dia fail kan, jadi kena ambil kali kedua. Jadi dia tak boleh nak register masuk dalam kelas. Macam mana nak buat?
Kita kena remove dulu kot.
Kita kena remove dia dulu. Contohlah kan, sebab dia sistem ni dia recognize, contohlah kan student tu dia SEM A192. Kemudian dia nak ambil semula pada A211 kan. Dia kena keluar daripada A192 tu dulu, kemudian dia join balik kursus tu, dia akan automatic masuk A211.
Dia masuk dalam sistem MOOC dia kena cari balik SEM.
Dia klik dekat sini pun boleh.
Dia klik dalam dia punya tu lah no. Dia
dekat sini, dekat atas ni.
Dia left dulu.
Dekat atas ni yang ikon bumi ni, pergi dekat bahagian manage.
Halaman lama pun ada, dia punya halaman lama ada lagi lah.
Yang klik manage my course ni kan. Contohlah kan. Kalau yang saya guna license ni, license admin, jadi dia banyak lah. Kalau student tu satu je lah. Okay, kalau dekat bahagian ni, klik bahagian ikon bumi ni.
My courses juga lah, my courses.
Dia kena login dulu guna login ID dia kan. Kemudian masuk klik ikon bumi ni, kemudian dekat sini dia ada leave class. Kalau dia seorang
masuk balik lah.
Kalau dia seorang student, dia akan ada button leave class. Kalau dia sebagai administrator, dia tak ada lah leave class sebab tu kelas
masuk yang lama tekan leave class, boleh masuk.
Lepas tu bila dia leave class, bila dia pergi balik kursus yang contoh international business, dia akan ada button join course tu lah. Dia klik balik join course, dia akan masuk ke dalam A2.
Gunalah email lain masuk. Saya pun dah sakit kepala, tak tahu nak buat macam mana.
Dia
ada cara lah.
Ya. Dia dekat atas. Alright. Baik. Okey, ada soalan tak bahagian yang untuk create group? Ada soalan?
Assalamualaikum Cik Wawi.
Waalaikumsalam tu.
Ya, saya nak tanya tentang apa ni yang borang yang diberikan ni kan.
Ya.
Yang ini untuk administrator kursus ke ataupun untuk pensyarah?
Yang ni adalah untuk yang orang yang akan mengajar. Kalau sekiranya
akan mengajar, so semua kena isilah kan?
Ya, betul.
Okey.
Saya tak boleh nak sign up. Yang ni daripada Dr. Mak Rasul. Tak boleh nak sign up tu macam mana tu? Saya try. Ada masalah dia nak error ke apa Dr.? Dr. Mak Rasul?
Maaf. Saya try nak masuk, lepas tu tak boleh saya try lagi sekali sebab sebelum ni saya pernah guna MOOC untuk subjek lain.
Okay.
Cuma dah lama saya dah lupa dah punya password, so saya kena guna password yang lama ke atau yang baru ke atau macam mana?
Okay, kalau macam doktor dah ada account, doktor klik kat login, lepas tu klik forgot password. Nanti bila klik forgot password, sistem akan send notification untuk doktor reset balik password.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, thank you.
Baik, yes, Dr. Abu Rizal.
I asked a lot of questions.
Yeah, Doctor.
When for example, here in my class A211, we have two courses, as we said. I have to create group A and group B. But for the setting, I have to include all students, or that's mean other students from other group can be included in group A, even they are from group B, or because I don't found any setting that I can choose to select only for group A students to join a group.
You mean your student have 2 groups, is it?
No, the course ICT has 2 groups.
Okay.
The group, I mean, are we going to use the ICT class A as a 2 lecturers, 2 different groups? So when I create a group A for me and group B for other lecturer. So the students in my group, they can join. When I create a group, I have to select that me and all included students can join. But in the same time, the group B students can join group A, or I have to, there's a setting to prevent only group A students can be included in this group.
Actually, there's no setting that can prevent student from joining more than one group or specific group lah. Actually, you need to tell your student that they just need to join group that they are assigned. For example, like if they are group A, they should join just group A lah. They should not join another group lah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Seterusnya kalau tak ada soalan berkaitan dengan group, kita akan tunjuk bahagian widget lah. Okay, Ayin silakan.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Sekejap saya share. Okay, saya nak tunjuk sikit bahagian widget lah. Kalau bagi yang baru tu, kita nak tentukan lah widget apa yang kita nak guna. So saya ambil contoh ya.
Ini bagi yang belum pernah tengok lagi lah.
Yang belum pernah tengok lagi.
Cik Bawi.
Ya, Azra.
Sorry nak tanya, sekarang ni kita sebagai tenaga pengajar lah kan, bukan Mooc punya developer. So bila kita dah register semua, kita boleh tengok takat FAQ saja kan? Yang widget-widget ni kita tak boleh buat lagi kan?
Yang untuk tenaga pengajar, yes. Kalau contoh ni, ini saya buka tenaga pengajar punya view lah. Kalau doktor tengok kat sini, nampak tak skrin saya? Nampak kan?
Nampak.
Dia ada tulis facilitator. Dia akan dapat tiga item ni lah.
Oh, saya tak dapat 3 item tu.
Sebab kita tak assign.
Oh, tak bagi license lagi.
Yes, sebab kita akan kumpul dan lepas tu kita akan proses lah data tu.
Okey, faham. Thank you.
So macam ni akan nampak macam ni lah. Nanti semua facilitator akan nampak dekat atas, bahagian atas ni dia punya, kita panggil license punya ni lah, types kan, facilitators, and then at the below ni ada kita punya semester. So dekat sini boleh pilih yang latest lah. Contoh, for example, saya select yang 202 ni. Okay, so this principle of economics punya course. For example, I'll choose the introduction to economics. Ini salah satu contoh widget yang digunakan dalam ni lah. So untuk tenaga pengajar, dia tak ada privilege untuk edit lah kita punya widget ni. Hanya admin kepada course saja yang boleh ada privilege untuk edit. Maksudnya sekiranya ada perubahan tu, beritahu kami lah, kita boleh assign lah facilitator ni as admin untuk dia nak edit. Contohnya soalan ni nak berubah soalan ke apa ke. So far yang untuk facilitator dia tak boleh nampak lah. Ini salah satu contoh untuk saya tunjuk contoh untuk bahagian admin, full admin punya view. So this one. Okay, untuk license admin dekat atas bahagian atas ni, atas menu ni kita ada administrator punya types lah. Admin baru boleh untuk edit. For example, dia nak edit bahagian yang tadi saya tunjuk tadi kan, dekat bahagian content. Contoh kat sini lah, edit page. So dekat sini lah admin boleh control dia punya widget. So dekat bahagian widget ni kita ada core dengan quiz. Basically kita akan guna dua benda ni lah, core and also quiz. Ini adalah contoh widget-widget quiz.
Cik Ayu nak tanya, admin ni refer to lecturer yang mengajar ke, UTLC ke atau pembangun MOOC?
Okay, yang setakat ini yang kita akan refer kepada pembangun lah. Tapi jika ada keperluan untuk kita ubah konten kan, mungkin kita akan edit sikit konten tu untuk tengah pengajar yang baru kan. Kita boleh juga assign pengajar sebagai admin. Sebab akaun yang dah di-assign license, dia boleh juga jadi admin. So bagi tahu dekat UTLC je lah. Contohnya untuk nak ubah quiz ni kan.
Yang
Tambah
macam
soalan
tadi,
ke.
macam kursus daripada SOIS tadi, doktor ada tanya kan, kalau macam ada kemas kini
Yes.
kurikulum, so kita akan assign license admin lah, dia ubah balik lah.
So far kita akan assign sebagai facilitator lah. Sebab hanya untuk mengajar kan, tapi ada keperluan, if ada keperluan untuk nak edit dia punya konten, boleh bagi tahu dekat UTLC, sebab kita akan assign lah semua tenaga pengajar sebagai admin juga pada masa yang sama lah. So akan nampak lah semua widget-widget ni. Dekat sini saya tak pergi lebih mendalam lah, cuma saya nak tunjuk lah widget-widget ni yang terdapat dalam ni untuk kegunaan tenaga pengajar. So basically yang ni lah, tenaga pengajar akan nampak macam ni. Dan juga ada 3 item ni lah. Satu yang paling penting dekat bahagian learners ni. Sebab macam yang tadi yang Dr. Sari tunjuk lah, macam mana kita nak pantau learners kan. Saya tunjuk jugalah bahagian learners ni. Untuk kita nak track kita punya student, dia progress. For example, progress untuk student 1 ni 22.22%. Okay. And then untuk memudahkan instructor ambil data ataupun nak retrieve data lah, dekat bahagian ni kita ada export data. So maksudnya facilitator ada privilege untuk export keseluruhan data daripada student-student dia untuk dia buat pemarkahan ke ataupun analisis ke berkenaan dengan data. So UTLC kita dah decide untuk masukkan nombor metrik dan juga class group dalam kita punya sorting ni lah. Maksudnya sebelum student tu register, dia akan dapat 3 soalan. Maksudnya dia sistem akan tanya email dia, nombor metrik dia dan juga kelas group dia. Ini memudahkan lecturer ataupun instructor untuk kena pasti untuk kontak dan sebagainya. Sebab 3 soalan ni dia tidak default dalam sistem. So ini pihak TXC yang tentukanlah untuk kita memudahkan untuk in case pesyarah tu nak get in touch kan. Kita ada kat sini nombor metrik dan juga group. Yang group ini juga akan reflect kepada yang tadi Dr. Hussein tanya tu berkenaan dengan group dan juga bahagian grouping tadi tu. So kita boleh tahulah student ni daripada group mana. Okay, yang bahagian learners ni memang penting lah untuk kita nak tracking student punya aktiviti. Dan semua aktiviti
klik tak yang progress dia orang tadi?
Macam mana Doktor?
Yang nama Ahmad Ghani tu. Klik tak kat 22.2.
Boleh kita klik dekat 22 ni lah.
Okay.
Once kita klik dia akan
tunjuk kan macam dia tengok video macam student saya. Okay, kan kita tengok sini kan. Okay, ada video, setiap chapter ada video. Student saya duduk bising sekarang ni. Dia tengok habis tapi video dia pun jadi half. Tak lengkap lah, jadi incomplete, dia jadi separuh. Apa jadi gitu, dia pun duduk bising banyak kali dah.
Dia kalau in case macam tu, dia ada masa kita develop kita punya course tu, bahagian setting contohnya macam bahagian video ni saya tunjuk contoh ni. Okay, contohnya developer tu letak condition. Maksudnya dia kena komen ataupun dia kena tengok semua video tu. Okay, jap. Saya masuk admin lah, saya tunjuk lah. Contohnya macam developer tu minta student tu komen dulu baru dapat full percent. Contoh macam ni, dekat bahagian ni doktor boleh tengok masa kita set ni untuk pemangun ya. Bahagian completion setting ni, saya buka. Okay, dekat sini dia ada completion tracking. So dekat sini lah. Contohnya macam video ni, dia kena complete when start playing. Maksudnya, bila dia play je dia akan complete. Sepatutnya kita letak yang bahagian bawah ni lah. Maksudnya bila dia dah 100% baru dia akan dapat apa? Dapat percentage.
Lah. Maksudnya bila dia tengok habis baru dia dapat.
Yes.
Yang saya punya saya tak tahu lah, saya suruh kat UTLC yang masukkan semua tu,
betul
tak tahu setting dia. Untuk boleh check kat situ lah completion setting.
Yes, betul.
Nanti kalau doktor perasan kat bawah tu kan dia ada yang tanda tick yang sebelum save and close tu kan, user must post a comment tu kan. Yang tu lah kalau macam dia tak post komen tu dia akan dapat separuh je. Kalau kita tick kat sini maksudnya dia kena komen lah. Kalau macam ni tak komen tak apa. Yang tu kena dia, tapi kalau ada isu macam ni boleh bagi tahu dekat UTLC lah, kita akan check
kos tu sendiri. Maksudnya tenaga pengajar tak perlu bimbang lah.
Kalau penat nak jawab pasal pos baru saya pun tak jawapan, saya pun tak
Ya,
tahu.
boleh bagi tahu kami sebab kadang-kadang tu ada yang developer dia letak widget tapi widget tu kosong. Bila widget kosong sebab dia masih dikira sebagai completion. Contohnya bila saya letak teks ni, walaupun saya letak teks kosong tapi dia mesti kena view tapi teks tu kosong. So memang tak function lah.
Kalau ni nak selamat saya letak yang bawah lah, completed when played to. Sudah lah.
Ya, betul. Yes. Okay, itu yang untuk tu lah. So itu sebuah sikit bahagian widget. Saya tengok ada soalan. Okay, itu bahagian dia. Yang bahagian untuk tenaga pengajar yang tu je lah. Ya, akan ada 3 benda ni. Yang credential ni memang kita based pada developer lah. Ada setengah developer dia dah create maksudnya certificate untuk ni kan. So tak payah yang tu. Bahagian assessment, yang bahagian ni yang penting sebab learners, sebab kita nak tengok learners kita tu punya progress. Okey, yang untuk penggunaan tu insya-Allah pihak UTC memang bagi sepenuhnya lah untuk technical punya, in case ada any question about nak using ke apa ke, itu boleh tanya kami lah, saya dengan Cik Nawawi. Okey, saya rasa yang tu saja kot widget yang kita guna dan juga bahagian learners. Ini penting bagi learners ni untuk kita tracking.
Yang progress tu kan dekat kita punya MOOC punya muka tu kan, kat atas tu kan dia ada tunjuk progress.
Dekat atas ni.
Kat GIB 89 maksudnya apa yang kami tak lengkap lagi tu?
Yang ni sebenarnya lengkap dah. Yang ni maksudnya dia tracking kita pun sebagai user sebenarnya. Maksudnya kalau kita buka sebagai user, dia track juga kita sebagai user. Maksudnya yang ni hanya apply kepada student je lah. Individu. Tak ada apa itu.
Saya tengok saya punya 80%
Ya, betul. Kalau tak ada apa sebab kalau student dia kena fulfill 100% by the end of the course dia punya semester kan, baru dia akan dapat 100% lah. Maksudnya dia kena make sure dia 100%. Contoh macam ni saya punya account yang UTLC ni ada 51 tak cukup. Macam itulah. Sebab ni dia track by individu.
Sebab nanti saya kena design assessment kan. That means progress to based on assessment ke dia kena buat semua aktiviti yang dalam ni?
Okay, yang progress ni based dalam semua learning activity ni.
Oh, semua dia kena buat? Bukan
semua dia kena buat. Yang kalau doktor letak yang tracking tadi tu lah. Kalau kan dia ada satu lagi setting yang untuk, for example macam ni kan, completion setting yang ada no completion setting tracking ni. Maksudnya once doktor letak dekat function ni, dia tak akan ambil kira lah sebagai tracking. Contohnya macam kita letak slide tapi tak perlukan student baca semua ke, kita boleh letak no completion setting lah. Contohnya bahagian title, contoh tak payah letak tak apa. Contohnya macam video ataupun kita letak macam inilah post text, post image apa semua ni perlulah benda tu untuk student buat. Kalau tidak nanti kita tak dapat nak detect lah dia punya progress kan. Okay, so ada question lain berkenaan dengan MOOC ni. Kalau yang untuk penggunaan tu bolehlah explore dulu. Nanti kita akan assign license based pada kursus yang dah register dalam form tu kan. Nanti bolehlah explore dulu. Anything just bagi tahu kami lah UTC.
Encik Ain ke Encik Wawi ke?
Ya, boleh tak?
Ya, saya tadi saya cakap kata saya dah sign in kan, saya memang boleh masuk lah. Tapi saya baru perasan kata dekat situ tulis saya sebagai student.
Betul.
Itu memang saya tak ada lagi kebenaran lah sebagai facilitator.
Doktor sekarang sebagai student tapi bolehlah enroll kursus-kursus yang lain. Cuma yang untuk mengajar kursus tak boleh lagi sebab kita kena assign license kepada doktor and then kita akan assign doktor kepada doktor punya course. Macam tu. Okey.
Terima kasih sebab kami ramai kan, so ada yang confused sebab boleh sign. Saya tak tahulah, mungkin kawan saya dia orang dikenali sebagai facilitator kan, tapi saya pun baru perasan tengok student.
Ya, betul.
Rupanya. Walaupun memang UUM yang bagi dekat saya lah kira dulu ni kan, untuk saya sign in untuk
sebab yang sebelum ni ada dah yang pernah register dengan Open Learning sebab ada yang PGD Health punya subjek ke apa kan dulu. Ada yang pernah
lama dulu.
Betul. Ada yang dah pernah sign in, boleh guna juga. Okay. So if tak ada apa-apa nanti yang soalan yang lain tu tak apa, saya akan entertain. So
Cik
kita,
Ed,
ya betul.
yang pasal completion setting tu maksud dia atas setiap lecturer lah dia define macam mana dia nak letak yang mana antara tiga tu.
Betul. Yang tu atas maksudnya developer sebelum ni lah. Kalau yang latest pun nak ubah boleh juga. Nanti kita cuma assign sebagai admin yang boleh ubah benda tu. So tak ada masalah, nanti doktor beritahu je lah kalau doktor perlu ubah contohnya completion setting tu kan. Just inform kami je lah.
Oh, okay. Maksudnya kalau macam completion setting ni kena setting untuk setiap satu item yang kita masukkan tu lah kan?
Ya, correct, betul.
Okay.
Tapi untuk kursus-kursus ni dia dah set dah siap-siap.
Betul.
Tenaga pengajar yang menggunakannya tak payah nak fikir dah.
Okay, just guna je lah.
Cumanya Dr. Fauzah dan Cik Ayin, tadi Dr. Azliza ni dan Dr. Rusfarliza sebagai pengajar. Cuma pembangun daripada SOG yang buat sociology development memang dah pindah terus.
Oh, betul lah.
Jadi nak minta tukar nama Dr. Azliza sebagai administrator untuk sociology development boleh tak? At least Dr. Azliza boleh control everything lah untuk sociology development sekali dengan tim kita.
Boleh.
You all kena discuss dengan kami dulu sebab apa-apa perubahan yang you all buat tu dia kena melalui the panel of quality assurance tu kan. So we have to know. Dia tak boleh ikut suka hati nak tukar. So we have to know what is it that you nak tukar so that we can have record. Then if we have to go through balik the panel quality assurance tu, we will go through the panel quality assurance tu lah.
Oh, macam tu. Okay.
Sebab dia akan ada isu-isu copyright, isu-isu kita ambil daripada sumber lain yang tak di-acknowledge. Sebab yang ni dia akan masuk bila MOOC ni dia public kan. So we have to take care of all those things lah.
Okay, clear. Okay. Mungkin nanti Dr. Azizan dengan Dr. Liza dari SOG akan deal sendiri dengan UTLC. Okay, thank you.
Betul. Most welcome. Okay. Okay, tak apa. Boleh. Okay, Prof. Over to you.
Cuma minta maaf sangat-sangat kepada semua sebab saya tadi confused. So sekarang ni saya dah tak confused dah. Bawi tolong share yang tadi tu. Yang tadi soalan yang 7.6% tu betul lah 7.6%. Okay. Ignore yang 2, 3, 2 yang kat belakang ni lah. Dia basically kita baca 203, 202, 201 melambangkan A201, A202, A203. Percentage ni kita ambil daripada macam tadi saya kata tu. Pengguna bahagi dengan registered kali 100. Itulah dia punya percentage. So can you imagine 202, 140 lah. 140 orang yang registered dalam MOOC. Tapi yang registered sebenarnya untuk kursus ini oleh kerana asas kursawanan adalah kursus trust university. 1,852 yang registered. Maksudnya dia ada banyak kumpulan. 1,852 orang pelajar yang registered tapi hanya 140 sahaja yang register dalam MOOC. Yang 1,852 ni dia registered melalui ISIVAS ni. Maksudnya memang these are registered students taking the course. But only 140 use the MOOC. This is what I mean by making sure that all the students registered in ISIVAS, not ISIVAS lah, registered for the course, which is actually captured in ISIVAS, is also the same number here. Faham Itu yang dia jadi 7.6 tu. Okay, for yang bila dia jadi over 117% ni, apa maksud dia? Tengok balik 202 untuk kursus ni, kursus apa ni? Islamic Bank Operation. Ada 62 orang yang registered dekat dalam MOOC ni. Tapi sebenarnya pada A202 untuk student UUM ada 53 sahaja. Maksudnya ada lebihan pelajar ataupun pengguna yang mengikuti Islamic Bank Operation yang bukan daripada UUM dan mungkin daripada luar negara. So yang ni kira yang ni boleh pulut kuning lah ni. 117% ni kira hebat lah. Sebab you manage not only to cater to your own students, but you also cater to other people. Cuma sebab itulah saya kata, apa yang kita boleh buat untuk nak control ialah assignment. You boleh suruh students you hantar assignment dekat dalam UUM online. Sebab kita semua pensyarah akan by default akan dapat UUM online. Cuma kursus-kursus ini kalau kita register semua pelajar kita dalam ni, by default kita akan dapat blended learning pass. Dah kan? Tapi kita masih ada UUM online learning untuk nak guna. So minta semua pelajar-pelajar kita submit mereka punya assignment dekat dalam UUM online learning. Bila buat aktiviti sahaja menggunakan open learning. So you takkan ada masalah lah yang orang yang tak sepatutnya register pun you nak kena tanda. Dan baru kita boleh kontrol orang yang nak ikuti kita punya program sampai habis. Dia kena menghubungi kita lah untuk kita nak dapatkan kredit transfer. Dia kena bayar dulu kat kita. Kecuali kita declare yang ni free course lah. Kalau kita nak declare dia sebagai micro credential, boleh. That's how it is. Faham tak lah ni? Faham. Okay.
Cuma ada yang student luar tu kan, yang Nigeria apa semua dulu awal-awal dulu lah. Dia kata, oh saya dah mengikuti kelas ni, dah buat semua dan saya nak sertifikat. Mana nak ada sertifikat.
Bila dia nak sertifikat tu lah yang universiti masih belum lagi membuat keputusan macam mana kita nak settle pelajar-pelajar yang macam tu. So sebab tu kami dah UTLC sekarang tahun ni buat garis panduan. So insyaAllah once the garis panduan dah ready, we will discuss with HEA dengan bendahari untuk nak settle isu ni supaya pusat pengajian boleh endorse lah kata pelajar ni telah mengikuti dengan jayanya dan boleh diberikan kredit lah. Kredit transfer kita panggil.
Dia nak kata kalau orang luar, tak tahu lah masa terdekat ke masa lambat lagi patut mereka nak kena bayar lah yang bukan UUM student lah.
Sepatutnya. That's what I'm saying. Now, in 2020 when Prof Hassan was the TNCA, we have discussed this almost to completion, and then everybody forgot. So now we're going to start again the discussion and making sure that this time around it will follow through lah. That means
dia macam edX lah kot. Dia orang nak jadi macam edX University Harvard ke apa.
That's right. You're terribly brilliant. Yes.
Prof, tak tahulah rasanya nak tutup kadah ke apa sesi ni, tapi just nak minta clarification sekali lagi lah kot untuk yang macam mula-mula masuk macam tahu. Lepas tu dah makin lama makin jadi macam confused pula. Sebab bila lihat di dalam grup ni macam different levels of involvement lah kan, yang khusus-khusus ni. Sebab ada yang macam nampak macam ada original content dengan video dan sebagainya, dan ada yang macam kami macam baru nak tengok balik apa yang PowerPoint yang upload dalam tu. Yang tadi yang kata kita ada sampai 14 topik tapi kita just upload 5 topik saja. Masih dalam tahap tu lagi kan. Jadi apa sebenarnya yang UUM nak dengan MOOC ni? Sebab tadi macam kalau kita nak tambah bahan, kita nak perelok dan semua, tak boleh tukar admin, kena tengok ada isu copyright lah, ada isu apa. So apa sebenarnya yang at the end of the day apa? Nak yang engagement dengan pelajar ke 100% yang macam this numbers percentage ni, ataupun macam mana?
Okay, boleh jawab? Yang kita nak sebenarnya yang kita nak sebab kita macam ni, kita andaikan pusat pengajian dah fikir habis-habis dah masa depa nak design depa punya kursus. So ada yang design untuk 7 minggu, ada sebab minimum dia apa Bawi, ada lupa dah. Minimum dia 6 ke 4 ke?
Minimum 5.
Okay. So ada yang design ikut minimum requirement. Minimum requirement was 5 minggu. Tapi ada yang design dia design penuh 14 minggu, 12 minggu kan kalau dia postgraduate. Jadi ada pelbagai. Jadi kita andaikan semua kursus-kursus ni depa dah fikir habis dah. Depa nak buat 5 ke 12 ke, depa dah macam okay, that's it, I'm going to do this. So once depa dah buat, depa dah melalui proses panel penilai quality assurance untuk MOOC ni, dan depa dah buat penambahbaikan selepas ditegur and all that, dan oleh kerana dah selesai dah tu yang depa ni semua dah dapat launch. So isu dia sekarang ni kita dah buat, tak kira lah kalau 5 minggu, sekurang-kurangnya masa 5 minggu tu kita kena gunalah kan. Janganlah sampai kita tak tahu kata ada kursus MOOC, sebab that's what we've been getting from the deans, saying that we don't know that we've got these courses. bila depa plan pada pensyarah nak mengajak, pensyarah tu pun tak tahu, kata kawan-kawan dia yang dulu-dulu ni buat dah kursus ni dalam bentuk MOOC. So sebab tu mungkin dia tak guna. Jadi sekarang ni kita dah nak ni macam sesi nak bagi tahu dekat satu dunia, dekat semua pusat pengajian kita ni, bahawa kita ada 26 kursus yang dah bersedia untuk pelajar-pelajar kita guna. Jadi kalau kursus itu dah direka bentuk untuk 5 minggu, maka gunalah 5 minggu tu melalui MOOC ni. Yang balance dia you gunalah cara apa sekalipun. Kalau dah 12 minggu, gunalah 12 minggu tu dekat dalam MOOC ni. And UM online tu untuk you nak guna untuk dia nak submit dia punya assignment ke apa kan. So the point is, we're not asking you to tambah, we're asking you to use. But while you are using, you realize that I dah buat lah semak curriculum, nak kena buat lah perubahan. Come and see us, because there is a process for us to change. Walaupun apapun, ada proses dia yang kita kena lalui supaya kita dapat pastikan quality assurance of this kursus-kursus ni lah.
Bahan tu?
Bahan apa?
Sebab kalau perubahan dari bila lepas semakan kurikulum, mungkin perubahan tu adalah dari segi OBE, dari segi objektif, dari segi sinopsis ke ataupun course content. Tapi kalau semua tu tak ada perubahan, kita just hanya bahan yang kita gunakan untuk pengajaran, kita tambah baik, kita tambah rujukan, kita tambah yang terkini dan sebagainya. So adakah itu pun kena melalui proses tu, kena dapatkan kelulusan dan kena ada penilai dan sebagainya?
Ada. Yang tu untuk untuk tujuan you nak guna, you boleh tambah. Tapi kalau you nak dia kekal supaya orang lain bila guna depa boleh follow through. Dan you go through this process.
Apa yang kita boleh ubah tanpa meminta mendapatkan kelulusan, atau dan apa yang kita kena tambah hanya selepas mendapat kelulusan? Ada dia tak, kalau tadi macam katalah kalau perubahan dari segi macam OBE ke apa, kita tahulah kan, kata yang tu memang kita tak boleh ubah saja-saja kan. Apa yang selain tu yang kita boleh ubah?
Macam contoh, kalau kata you nak suruh mereka buat kritik kritik an article.
Tugasan.
Kan, tugasan tu tak apalah, sebab artikel tu kita semua tahu dia tu siapa punya kan. Artikel tu, and then it's a critique, it's just a task kan. So that's fine. But when it comes to
bahan original,
PowerPoint, that's the part yang kita nak kena be careful lah.
PowerPoint tak boleh
PowerPoint kalau kita ambil orang lain punya, takut juga.
Kita tak ambil lah orang lain punya, kita buat sendiri, tapi kita macam tambah. Dulu mungkin 30 slide, sekarang jadi 28 ke ataupun jadi 40 ke, and then bahan yang dahulu tahun 2005 ke, kita tambah, kita buang yang tu, kita tambah bahan yang baru dalam PowerPoint tu.
Yang tu yang tu sebab PowerPoint ni is one of those yang depa nanti kena check punya quality assurance. Tapi for the sake of you nak guna untuk that particular semester, tak apa, you letak dulu. For it to remain in there, that's when we will have to go through a little bit je. Dia punya proses tu taklah lama seperti mana proses satu kursus yang baru untuk nak dinilai. Sekejap je lah, sebab depa nak nilai tu bahagian-bahagian yang perlu dinilai tu sajalah. Do you understand?
Sebab saya pun tak tahu kan, pembangun dengan administrator kan, tak tahulah macam mana. nak tanya pun. Okey. Kena bincang lagi lah kot sebelum dibawa kepada UTLC kan, kalau rasa.
Kalau macam you rasa
macam lagi, sebab tak naklah macam orang lain macam tersangkut dengan soalan saya yang sangat-sangat basic ni.
Tapi for now, for those yang tak pernah guna lagi, just use saja. And then if you feel that because of the curriculum review ada something information yang tak betul and all that, that's when we discuss. Maksudnya jangan buat benda tu dalam semester yang kita nak mengajar. Payahlah kita nak mengajar lagi, lepas tu nak fikir lagi nak membangun. So it's going to take a long time. Use it first, and then if you want to tambah apa-apa, you can buat dia sebagai default lah. Dia bukan letak dekat situ lah. Maybe you have to use your UM online learning to add, because naturally I would think you wouldn't add. Macam nak kata, kalau kita add pun taklah teruk sangat. Kursus tu dia dah ada banyak benda dah ada banyak bahan dah. Did you manage to have a look at all the kursus tadi kita bagi semua orang tengok tak? Apa ni, Ayin dan Bawi?
Yang tadi kami buka platform lah, Prof.
Kalau 5 biarkan 5 lah. Kalau untuk 5 minggu biarkan 5 minggu. Kalau PowerPoint yang kita upload tu yang itu, biarkan yang itu. Kalau ada kita nampak tak puas hati ke apa, biarkan lah.
Kalau tak puas hati, then you have that and come and see us after you have used. So that then there will be the version 2 lah. Untuk kita nak improve. Sebab dia apa yang ada 26 ni bukannya dia macam tak boleh nak sentuh, tak boleh nak ubah. Boleh. Tapi janganlah ubah masa you tengah mengajar. Payah. Maksud I macam renyah lah.
Kami dah mula dah pun.
Kalau you nak guna sahaja tapi bukan untuk nak masukkan dekat dalam ni, it's okay. Bila nak masuk kat dalam ni untuk you nak improve, that's why you come and see us lah, so that kita boleh bantu bahagian mana yang nak kena tambah, dan bahagian tu sahaja yang kita minta untuk dilihat semula oleh panel penilai. So
maksudnya semua kursus yang tersenarai ni sudah dilihat oleh panel lah ya?
Yes, endorse. Kalau tidak dia tak akan masuk kat dalam open learning. And dia dah ada komponen-komponen untuk dia jadikan MOOC. Sebab tu yang saya kata tu 26 ni by default dia akan capai blended learning. Sebab dia kena ada resources, dia kena ada assignment, dia kena ada assessment. Dia kena ada activity, Dia ada resources, dia ada activities dan dia ada assessment. Lain-lain?
Assalamualaikum Prof.
Waalaikumsalam.
Saya nak tanya macam mana kalau kursus yang saya ajar untuk SEM depan yang tak pernah lagi ada dalam open learning ni?
Soalan you apa?
Kursus yang saya kena ajar semester depan.
Okay.
Yang dimukkan itulah. Dia tak pernah lagi exist dalam open learning ni.
Dah buat ada belum? Belum.
Tak pernah buat lagi sebab baru di-assign saja, dan itu yang jadi saya a bit confused tu. Kalau saya nak jadi pembangun, ini mestilah memerlukan masa untuk membangunkannya sebab ia akan masuk kepada panel untuk verification and so on.
Sat. So soalan you adalah kenapa saya berada dalam kumpulan ni ke?
Bukan. Kalau tak ada lagi kursus tersebut.
Okay, yang tu Cik Bawi akan panggil another bengkel, which is bengkel untuk pembangun MOOC. Yang ini adalah bengkel pengguna MOOC. Kita sekarang ni dah ada 26 kursus yang kita nak pastikan ke semua 26 kursus ini digunakan apabila ditawarkan.
Okey, faham?
Bagi mereka yang nak membangun kursus setelah dia rasa seronok guna orang lain buat kursus ni, dia nak bangun sendiri, nak bangunkan dia punya MOOC sendiri, sila berjumpa dengan kami di UTLC untuk masuk kat dalam kumpulan pembangun MOOC.
Okey, jadinya kalau kursus semester depan tu tak ada dalam senarai 26 tu, maknanya tak bolehlah kita nak gunakan, betul?
Tak berapa faham soalan you. Kalau kursus yang you ajar ni tak ada dalam 26 ni, maksudnya kursus itu bukan kursus MOOC.
Kan? Maksudnya kursus tu belum di-develop lagi.
Jadi ajarlah macam mana you ajar sebelum ni.
Alright.
Yang hari ini yang kami panggil ni ada 26 kursus seperti mana yang saya tunjuk tadi dengan statistik tu. Tara ada 26 kursus tu pun kita tak suruh semua pelajar kita daftar dan guna. Maksud tu macam Dr. Joyce tadi tanya kan, dia ada 5-7 kumpulan. Kumpulan dia sahaja yang guna MOOC. Yang hak lain 6 kumpulan tu tak guna. Pasal itu jadi 76 per 1,346 jadi 7.6% sahaja yang guna tu.
Yang involvement tu dia kira macam mana? Dia kira, katalah tadi kalau kita ada bahan untuk 5 minggu, so semua pelajar kena masuk dalam 5 minggu tu ke ataupun dia masuk sekali saja tapi semua masuk, dia akan dah dikira 100%?
Okey, bila depa design depa punya program tu, MOOC tu, dia dah ada tau, dia nanti bagi tahu kata dia kena tengok yang ni ataupun dia kena jawab soalan ni. Dia dah klik dah, dia dah tik tu, yang tu sebagai syarat untuk dia tunjuk bahawa dia dah involve.
Okey.
Dia kena respon dalam forum tu. Kalau dia tak respon dalam forum tu, consider as dia belum mengikuti. Kan?
So kena tanya pembangun untuk khusus lah Kan macam mana?
Tak payah. You minta je pelajar tu buat semua dia punya aktiviti tu. Nanti dekat bahagian yang pensyarah boleh tengok engagement kan.
Yang bahagian learners tadi tu yang apa kami ada tunjuk tadi tu.
Yang learning analytic tu dia akan tunjuk berapa persen pelajar tu guna.
Yang macam
yang
Dr. Sari share tadi.
So dia masuk sehari pun boleh lah
Kalau dia masuk sehari tak cukup lah.
Sekali. Ya.
Dia tak involve lah. Yang tu pelawat pun boleh masuk. Kan? Maksudnya dia belum lagi mengikuti syarat-syarat kursus tu lah. Dalam syarat kursus tu dia kena baca resources, dia ada aktiviti-aktiviti kat dalam tu. Sebab tu saya kata you
setiap minggu tu
explore.
ada aktiviti lah.
Ya, setiap topik depending on how they design. Ada yang design by week, ada yang design by CLO. Dia buat module. So the way you design, that's why you have to explore the course yang given to you, yang memang MOOC based yang dalam 26 ni. Then how you can plan dah you punya teaching and learning masa okay, I cakap sat. Okay, activity buat dekat dalam MOOC. Saat nanti I cakap sat, okay, assessment dekat dalam MOOC.
Ada attendance ke Prof dalam MOOC tu? Dalam open learning ada attendance?
Ada.
Oh. Okay.
Dia register tu dia attendance lah. Dia cara dia sama macam UUM online kita.
Kalau kita untuk ISO documentation lepas? Untuk ISO documentation audit kan?
I guess so. Lepas lah kot.
Dia integrate tak benda ni? Katalah
No. It's not, definitely not integrate lah. Open learning does not belong to UMIT. Doesn't belong to UUM.
So kalau kata boleh print kot, kita boleh tunjuk lah sudah kita datang hari-hari kan?
Yeah, screenshot lah. You boleh screenshot je.
Okay.
Kan?
Boleh export Excel yang tadi yang kami tunjuk tadi tu.
Tunjuk Sat lagi sekali baby please.
Acik ya. Okay.
Prof, saya dulu pernah kena audit lah pasal subjek ni, auditor dalaman lah. Dia tanya pasal MOOC ni.
Dia tanya tu sebab
dia tak tanya pasal MOOC. Kan kami memang pening lah pasal syllabus dengan auditor ni macam susah lah. Lepas tu dia kata nak kena bubuh bukti lah, nak buat macam mana bubuh screenshot lah. Dia macam kalau auditor ni dia nak kita letak je kat putih. Okay, kamu tulis sini MOOC. Kata 50% ke berapa persen. So apa yang kamu buat semua ni kamu kena letak sebagai bukti pula. Pasal
itulah you kena make sure all your students ikuti dia punya kursus-kursus tu. Kalau tidak you boleh nampak tak? Students ni baru 2.63 je kot dia ikuti dia buat dia punya kursus tu. Yang ni langsung tak pernah buat. Dia register tapi apa pun dia tak buat, kosong.
Mungkin dia tak masuk dalam MOOC tu, semua mungkin dia nak suruh kita letak evidence kat mana, dekat UL learning kat mana kan, saya pun dah. Saya tak ingat lah, lama dah kena audit tu.
Export data kata boleh kot Cik Bawi, export data tak boleh? Oh, export data.
Boleh. Export data ni dia akan jadi Excel. Excel tu boleh dia buat manipulasi lagi lah.
Okay.
Dia nak tahu bila kita kata hari tu kita buat MOOC. Okay, lepas tu you kena letak lah evidence dia, apa buktinya yang student dia bising lah. Sebab tu saya
kalau you kata okay, the way you design, I understand the question. The way you design, kalau macam dia by weekly, you boleh tahu dah that particular week dalam SOW tu you kata MOOC kan. Apa yang dia kena buat? Dia kena buat forum tentang soalan apa? Okay, go back to that dalam you punya activity tu and buka you punya that particular week, you will see a forum. Tengoklah siapa student you yang masuk kat dalam tu, itulah bukti dia. Saya suka sangat dia punya learning analytic ni. This is how I monitor what is the progress of my students in my classroom. Kalau 86% pelajar ikut buat semua tu dia punya activity tu, I will say well, very good, because some people are actually 86%. I screenshot and tunjuk dekat pelajar-pelajar tu. So dia tahu kata saya sebenarnya boleh monitor siapa yang buka apa, buat apa sampai ke tahap mana. I can do that. That's why it's called learning analytics.
Prof, maaf nak tanya, yang audit tadi tu, katalah macam kita ni dalam masih PTS lah, maksudnya bukan PTG. So kita tak boleh macam mana dalam audit kita tak di-required lah untuk memang ada part untuk MOOC tadi ni. Tapi since kita ada MOOC, kita buat ni as macam mana nak memenuhi KPI school lah. Faham tak maksud saya?
Janganlah you all ni buat niat dia untuk memenuhi KPI school. Niat you all tu ialah untuk gunalah aktiviti-aktiviti yang ada dekat dalam tu. Tak payah you nak fikir pecah kepala dan nak fikir aktiviti lain.
Faham Prof. Cumanya berkenaan dengan audit tadi tu. Doktor siapa tahu tadi tanya kan. Kalau macam kami yang bukan memang kita akan go towards that. Maksudnya kita ada PTG dalam setiap subjek. Cumanya contoh macam sekarang kami belum lagi ada persen PTG tu, jadi kita tak ada lah risau tentang audit tadi tu, betul tak Prof? Sebab kita tak akan diaudit as PTG.
Tak. Kalau kalau kita cakap dekat depa yang kita ni pakai MOOC, dia macam lebih kurang you nak abang kata you pakai UUM online. Sama je.
Okey, jadi masih lagi lah contohnya untuk next audit ni, kalau kita tulis di situ kita katakan dalam kita punya subjek tu, contohlah 2 topik kita akan adakan menggunakan MOOC. So kita akan juga diaudit as macam doktor tadi tu cakap lah, kita akan diaudit bukti yang kita gunakan MOOC tadi tu.
Ada kat dalam open learning. Okay, let me explain to you how is really MOOC punya cara. MOOC punya cara, you tak payah appear macam ni. If your syllabus is declared as MOOC, maksudnya apa? Syllabus you tu 100% online. Ada ke kursus kita 100% online?
So far tak ada lagi kan, Prof?
Tapi 26 kursus ni, kalau dia dah memenuhi 14 minggu, dah boleh dah. Dia nak offer sebagai full blast MOOC. Student self-directed, belajar sendiri-sendiri, semua dah ada kat dalam tu. Communication with the pensyarah is only through forum, through chat at certain point of time. No synchronous. It's already designed in the MOOC. Itu 100%. Kita tak ada lagi selama ni. Sebab tu yang saya kata, kursus-kursus yang kita ada dalam ni, dalam UUM ni, sama ada dia 100% face to face or dia blend kan, 80-20, 70-30. So kita punya syarat minimum ialah 70-30. 70 face to face, 30% online. So the 30% tu is bila dia jadi 30% by default 30% dan ke atas, dia by default akan jadi PTG lah sampai 80%. Sebab 80% ke atas dia dah jadi macam nak hampir nak MOOC dah. Dah ODL dah, online distance learning. Between 80 to 99 is online distance learning. 100% that's MOOC. Yang itu baru betul-betul MOOC.
Prof, nak tanya. Boleh share tak feedback daripada student, sebab kami kan dah dapat lah macam yang biasalah Ichevas tu kan, nanti student kata lecture ni asyik tunjuk video, there's no interaction and what's not. Can Prof share tak for those yang dah publish and student diorang penerimaan student diorang in terms of less interaction with lecturers ni, less facilitation, less many things.
Bawi, kita kena tunjuk student I yang bagi buat recording tu.
Takutlah kan nanti dia kata kami tak nak buat kelas. Takut juga.
Kami tak nak buat kelas?
Maksudnya gini, takutlah student tu macam assume, there's no interaction from the lecturer. Itu yang menjadi kerisauannya sekarang.
Okay, let me reiterate balik. I takut saya you all semua go off on a tangent. Tadi yang saya bagi contoh tadi tu, saya kata sebenar-benarnya nature of MOOC course ni, dia tak ada synchronous tau. Dia memang semua asynchronous. Students are doing it online. Itu nature dia yang sebenarnya. Tapi kita dalam kita punya syllabus, tak ada pun yang kita declare sebagai 100% online. Tak ada. Kita sama ada dia 100% face to face ataupun 70-30% ataupun 60-40, 50-50 kan. Dan all this, sebab tu saya kata yang minimum 30% online, minimum maksudnya they can go on and on and on. Those are considered as PTG. Gantian. Tapi kedua-dua kursus ini masih kita kena jumpa pelajar tu. Macam kalau 100% face to face, you still need to see the students. Macam sekarang ni dalam keadaan pandemik ni, we still have to see the students synchronously. Cumanya kadar you nak jumpa students tu synchronously ni less lah, sebab dia dah ada MOOC dah untuk dia nak refer and do whatever activities yang dia nak buat.
So tak apalah, maksudnya dia pun tak adalah macam ruang dia pun nak komplain, mengatakan saya takut, my concern tu saja, sebab bila kita buat pengalaman saya 3 semester duk buat online, bila kita tunjuk YouTube, nanti ada student dia label, ni lecturer YouTube. Padahal bukanlah every single time of that within that 14 weeks. Adalah minggu-minggunya kita tunjuk kan, macam kami ni dekat hospitality ni banyak benda-benda yang practical. So kadang-kadang tu ada benda yang kami tak boleh nak buat dekat tempat kami. Jadi kami bagi dia contoh through link and what's not, menggunakan YouTube. So itu yang maksud saya tu, kalau kita buat macam tu, saya nak tengoklah student punya penerimaan tu macam mana.
Macam in my course dia ada juga certain times yang depa nak kena record or depa kena tengok recording. But they're not just watching the recording. There will be an activity after that recording. Is that during the activity and the discussion that I meet them to find out. So depa watch on their own. They do the activity. Masa nak present the activity, that's when okay, let's have a class. You present. I want to see what you do. So tak adalah keadaan di mana dia tengok YouTube, dia ikut suka hati, dia pandai-pandai lah. Tak ada. Sebab YouTube tu hanya sebagai stimulus. Stimulus kepada aktiviti yang dia akan laksanakan. Aktiviti tu ada yang I akan bagi. Sama ada I akan kata selesaikan masalah yang ni, ataupun saya akan kata senaraikan apa dia punya ciri-ciri. Saya akan suruh dia compare case study yang nombor 1 dengan nombor 2 based on dua-dua case study tu is actually a video. So you compare and contrast, tunjuk, then you have to present. It's either that I break them into groups. You all discuss first. Share your findings, sebab you dah buat sendiri-sendiri kan. Lepas tu you share your findings, dalam kelas is for you to present. Start sharing lah. So they will not see the YouTube to menggantikan you, sebab they know that the YouTube is just a stimulus which you have designed the class in such a manner that your presence are still there.
Okay.
In fact, when you record, you self-record kan, masalah dengan kita ni, kita suka lecture kan, kita waste our students' data and our data at the same time. We like to record ourselves giving lecture. That is what I'm saying. Come to UTLC, do the recording properly. You can put it in your MOOC. With that recording, you can have an activity. Activity maksudnya bila you jumpa dengan mereka tu adalah masa yang bermakna sangat-sangat. Sebab yang you nak tahu ialah daripada pelajar you, apa mereka faham dengan apa yang you dah cakap tadi ni. You akan bagi kat mereka task. Now that you understand this particular contoh, if I give my recording about theories, so I akan habak kat dia, okay, now do your mind map based on the theory that you listen. So one of the things that my students, we did a recording of the students long time ago, I think in 2018 2017 kita buat recording. pengalaman mereka belajar menggunakan MOOC. So ada yang kata saya macam terkejut sebab tak pernah lagi nak guna MOOC and all that. Tapi dia kata yang the best part of it is when the lecture kita punya lecture notes tu dah ada dah dekat dalam tu. I'm actually lecturing but I did video recorded version. So dia kata dia boleh ulang balik apa yang dia tak faham tu berkali-kali. Kan students kita ni berbeza, ada setengah tu dengar sekali je jalan dah boleh faham dah. Some students they need 3, 4, 5, 6 times baru dia faham. Okay, now I get it. Kali ke-6. So kalau dalam keadaan yang biasa macam kalau kita buat synchronous ni, nak kena buat 6 kali lah macam ni baru dia nak faham. Mana ada. So sebab tu pelajar setengah-setengah pelajar bila kita tak ada video recording, kita tak design macam tu, which dalam MOOC ni kita boleh buat macam tu, mereka akan tertinggal lah. You know, dah minggu ke berapa still tak faham lagi teori. Sebab dia nak kena ada 6 kali baru dia faham. Tapi kita hanya bagi sekali je masa kita bagi lecture synchronous. Sebab tu yang the ideal is do your self-recorded of the theory and all that, whatever that you want to say to your students. From that is the stimulus now. So from that, what will be your activities? So my activity, I ask them to do the mind map. So selagi dia tak baca buku, dia tak dengar apa yang I cakap, macam mana dia nak buat mind map? So not only dia dah kena buat mind map, nanti dia kena present pula mind map dia tu. That's when masalah lah. Bila dia present, kalau betul tak apa, kalau tak betul kita tanya kat dia 10 soalan tu nak tanya, nak faham kenapa dia buat tak betul. Sebab I nak tahu dekat mana yang dia silap dia tu. So they will get the feedback. That's important. So don't worry, if you do that, they know that they are learning from you. It's hard, but they're learning from you. And they will appreciate it.
Okay.
Ada lagi? Okay, ingat nah, workshop ni ialah bukan untuk nak you all pecah kepala, nak fikir macam mana nak bangun. No. This is the workshop for people to use. There is already a ready version of whatever. 5 minggu ke, 7 minggu ke, 12 minggu ke, 14 minggu ke. Awak Cik Is kata dia tak boleh dengar Zoom.
Okey je.
Okay.
Okey je, Prof.
So so I dah lupa dah apa I cakap. I cakap pasal apa tadi?
User, pengguna.
Okay, this is about pengguna. Jadi
bukan nak bangun.
Bukan nak bangun. Jangan stress unnecessarily. The materials are there, the activities are there, the assignment is there for the students to do. All you need to do is just to use them. And don't just ask them to register and that's the end of it. No. Register, use. So explore whatever that's there. Salvage whatever that can be salvaged if you have changed your course learning outcome. So take note of whatever that we need to improve. Come and see us so that we can do a better version of whatever that we have done. That's important. Yang tu later. You akan masuk dalam Bengkel Encik Nabawi, iaitu pembangun MOOC. Ini adalah pengguna MOOC. So tak payah. So those yang tak mengajar lagi 211, if it's an undergraduate course, from now you can already plan macam mana you nak do the activities in your SOW, in your lampiran A. You boleh improve dah. You boleh connect dah all the activities and whatever resources yang ada dekat dalam MOOC tu.
Okay.
Ada soalan lagi?
Kalau tak ada soalan, sekarang sudah pukul 1.
Daripada semua dah lapar, maka kita akhiri sesi ini.
Thank you very much, Prof. Encik Nabawi and all. Thank you.